leave the firewall up around them, just like, nah, it's fine. This is fine.
Okay, so back where we are now, you've managed to, Sierra, you've managed to gather 4 crystals from the 2 cultists that remain. Titus seems to be walking towards like the stone platform, still in his hellhound form. And at that moment, you hear, like you see, you hear something in your mind, right? As you say, well, I hope you didn't start the party without us.
I may have accidentally ended the party. You see that thing where I seem to be able to get them to think that they should submit to me? I seem to be able to have done that again. Um, I have bended their brains till tomorrow. It looks like it. Even the pretty intense, strong one. I figured going back with you to the to the queen, to the dungeons, and asking them all the questions that'll help the Fae is maybe a really good idea because I don't know all the questions.
Okay then. Well, I mean, I am like 2 minutes away. So
Fantastic. I'm going to try and get this guy to draw a map for me.
good luck with that.
Is the bridge broken? Like, can I climb up there?
You can. The bridge only extends halfway in the river, right? However, you could think of these things over here as steps, so you can just walk up them pretty much. The water's not too deep. It kind of goes to your knees, which is why it would be difficult for you, Lysander, to maneuver.
Let's see my head moving across.
But yeah.
Wizard of the Lake, what is the wisdom?
I cross the river and I look towards Sierra. Sierra,
Oh, I need to move.
do they
Mr.
remember anything after you have convinced them?
I honestly can't say, since the last one was beheaded by this guy.
I have a question that I must ask, but if the fairies know about the question I ask, it might. If the Fae know about the question I ask, it might cause more trouble. I trust you, but I do not think they trust me enough.
I see. Well, if it would make you more comfortable, I can step away.
No, you are fine, but when they are taken to the Fae, I do not want them to share what I'll ask.
So,
Never.
Savior, I think he means he wants to talk to you in private.
I kind of like that. Sorry, I'm just having a good chuckle at the head honcho guy. Be like, psst, I think that's what it means. But you're the one in charge. Okay, shh. So she's gonna walk over and she's gonna say, Argun, I could ask them to forget. I don't know if that would work.
I know where the wind wall comes from.
She's gonna like tilt her head to the side. You do?
It is a god.
Why is it helping them?
I do not think it helps. Maybe it does. Maybe it is bound.
Or maybe they're giving it something.
Maybe. The problem is it is still a human god. And as I have discovered, we are not generally liked for our past misdeeds. I'm afraid that the fact that the human god is behind this will only serve to bolster such notion.
Perhaps you ask the less influential one, the one with the weaker mind, and I will tell him to forget. Maybe that'll be enough. I've been around humans long enough to know that you're not all bad. You just need the right passions, motivations, not these dark, twisted aberrations that are happening on this other side.
You do, and that's why I trust you, but not everyone is like you, Sierra. You're special. I smile.
Sierra's getting nervous with the number of people who are telling her she's special. She's like, oh shit, I'm gonna accidentally burn the world down. Thank you, Argun. Let's ask the other one in private, quietly. So she's gonna lead Argun to the one with the weaker mind.
The
And
one-
now follow.
Okay, so that's the back one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure. and
Around the firewall she's made.
Mm-hmm. Sure. And while that's happening, Lysander, are you doing anything?
Just observing. I
Just
can't exactly
observing.
cross, so at the moment he's just watching.
Mm-hmm. And,
Well, invisible.
and
No, I'm not invisible. I mean, there was no reason to go invisible.
yeah, Mr. Hold Person here decided to hold people.
He held them
tell us,
closely to their son.
like you're still a fly, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
just
cool.
hanging around.
Just hanging around.
Buzzing.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I just
Okay.
realized that Argun's gonna share something and maybe not realize Talos hears it.
I don't think I realized Talos is here. And I look at the cultist, and I look around a bit and tell me, what do you know about Falafor?
And why?
Sierra's gonna nod over his head, like she's standing behind Argun and she gestures towards him. This is one of my many followers.
Okay, I understand. Forgive my ignorance.
You are trying to protect the faith. I understand your skepticism.
So,
Dude, this guy's the same.
what would you like to know about Velafor?
Everything. Tell me everything.
No. So, Velafor is the one we call the Guardian of the Wind, and you could say that she is the reason why we have so much power, and the reason why we could put the wind wall up in the first place was all due part and parcel to Velafor in all her might and glory. Of course, I've never been privileged enough to see the great deity, but I believe. I mean, have you seen that colossal, wind structure?
Perhaps. And does the entire cult worship her?
Of course. Who else would we worship? She's the one who gave us. She's the one who gave us power. Why would we not worship such a deity?
I see. And who attends to her the most?
Of course, Father attends to her the most. I mean, Father knows all. He knows everything. What is his plans encompass everything. Like the pursuit of progress. All for his sake. His vision, his ambition, and what he wants to achieve for the human race is quite fascinating.
Nostalgic.
No, I wouldn't say nostalgic. We have never experienced, not in my lifetime at least, any form of glory whatsoever. We are a shadow of our former self. I mean, restoring our once mighty empire to its former glory is really, really what we want. But in order to do that, we need to progress further and further beyond like what we ever have before.
Even if we consume all else.
All else does not matter. What does it matter when we have a perfect being created? I think that's a worthy sacrifice. Wouldn't you agree?
And I look to Sierra. I have heard enough.
She nods and she goes, "It's imperative that we keep the faith safe. I, your savior, ask you to forget what we have asked here."
Well, but of course, if that is what you wish.
She nods. Let us confer. I'm going to ask I would like to say your leader a question. She's gonna leave Argun in his thoughts and she'll ask him. She's making a note to talk to him later. She's gonna kind of float over here to the other one. Now, you said there were others.
Others?
Is there other portals? Ones that could take us to the other side?
But of course, yes.
Could you possibly point out any of them to us?
Okay, well. Let's see. And he brings up a map, right? Of like a very crude or roughly drawn map of layer 1, and I'm just gonna bring you guys over here, and I'm gonna draw on
one. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bring you guys over here and make sure that you guys can actually see. So I'll need to drag your tokens on you. I just want to do something quickly, bear with me. Okay, can everyone see, or do I have to drag everyone here?
I can see at the moment.
I can see.
Okay, awesome.
I see.
Okay, so he brings up kind of like a map of layer 1. He points his finger to this particular location over here to the south, right? There's one over there. That one usually goes down to. Oh, actually, where does it go? I don't even remember. These things change all the time. It's so confusing. But there's definitely one over there. One over there. Yeah, one over there. Definitely. There used to be one over here, but it has since been abandoned due to unforeseen circumstances.
Is it still there?
I'm sure the ley lines may still be there, but you'll probably need it. Maybe if you had a device similar to the one behind me, you could probably reactivate it with some help and some energy put into it.
What kind of help, I wonder?
And as far as that's concerned, yeah, that's fine. But then let's go to layer 2, and he brings up layer 2, right? And then he points. Well, can you guys see?
I can't see.
You guys can't
Nope.
see. Okay, I'm gonna drag
Very
you.
dark.
I'm gonna drag you guys on here. Argun, can you see?
Still loading.
Lysander, can you see?
I can see.
Okay, let me just do this here quickly. There.
I don't know if this helps you.
I can
Yeah.
see.
That's
Okay.
how mine looks. Collision.
Oh, yeah, just popped up.
Okay, and let me see. Just drag Sierra on here. Sierra, Argun, and Talos.
Yep.
Okay, so he points to this location here. Obviously, you know about this one over here. Just confirming you guys can all see, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
you pick with where we are at the
Where
moment.
you are. Okay, so obviously we are here at this location over here. We do have one in the ruins over there to the south.
Okay, Rinso.
Listening to this, Khalid, may I roll discern realities? Because I want to ask a few questions to the GM.
Sure. Yeah,
It's
sure.
like
Those
Lysander
are-
trying to piece some information together.
Okay, sure. And before you do, he gives you one other location, which is very surprising to you, right? He then says, "Well, I don't have a map really of this one, but there is one in Ventura. Although
Where's the
that one I do not know exactly where it is currently. That one moves around very, 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 very often. Almost every hour, you could say. Okay, Lysander, I'm going to take you back to the altar. Lysander, you wanted to discern realities?
Please, yes.
Please roll for me.
Okay.
Okay, one question. You guys are
All right.
rolling, not failing
So
today.
just to give you context, right? What Lysander is trying to understand is the nature of how they're setting up all of these different portals and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if this is considered a leading question. So I'm going to ask one of these, but I'm going to give you the context, and that is, in terms of the positioning of these altars, what
Okay.
should I be on the lookout for?
Okay, no, that's a perfectly reasonable question, right? So, looking through the positions that, or listening to the positions. Okay, wait. Let me help out a little bit here, just for roleplay sake, right? Sierra, do you go back to Lysander, right, in order to give him those locations? Because at this point, why I'm asking this is because right now Lysander's on the other side of the river, not knowing exactly where this person is pointing to.
I think she definitely would, mostly because I think Lysander. Well, I know Wade suggested it, so I just took it as Lysander asking for a map.
Sure, and I'm gonna take that for roleplay sake as canon. So Sierra, you walk up to Lysander, giving him the markings on the map. And Lysander, what you actually notice, right, is from the if you cast your mind back to the original structure of how the abyss is actually structured, with the stairs going like down in a sort of like spiral, right? Deducing that from the first ruins that on your first ever adventure, right, you saw that there were ley lines like going further down, right, into the possibly into the second layer. Putting two and two together, right, what you're noticing is that, like, they may not be very strategically positioned, but if you were to draw lines, I'm gonna take you back to layer 2. If you were to triangulate, and you need to tell me if you're seeing this ping, because I'm gonna be pinging a black side of the map, right?
Map's not working.
Okay,
Yeah,
can you
it's
see this ping?
Yes.
Yes.
You can see the ping. Okay, now that's perfect, right? So as you're trying to triangulate,
On stream, I can't see shit.
please refresh for me, Kian.
I did 3 times.
Huh? Share your screen. What do you see right now?
White, just pure white.
White.
Well, rather gray rather.
That's
And
weird.
loading
'Cause
layers too. For like.
I have.
I have your token selected.
Vish-
It's fine.
Yeah,
Uh,
I have vision
Okay,
on
let
your
me
screen.
let me. Can someone stream for Kian just so that he can see this quickly?
Yeah. I won't. I was gonna say yeah, I can. No, that's not a good idea.
Yeah.
Wait, is it possible for you to just wait, or Zephy? Possible for you to stream quickly? Just share your screen
Okay.
on Discord.
The right screen. No.
See
Wait.
that?
Okay, check out Wade's stream, Kian. See if you can see it.
Yeah, looks crystal clear.
Okay, cool. So as you're busy, trying to.
Oh, it's loaded in. Nice.
Oh,
Okay, you got it.
Can you see the ping, Kian? That I'm ping?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so as you're trying to triangulate positions, correlating various, like just maybe drawing some straight lines, slightly curved, going downwards, trying to picture in your mind like a 3D image as you're going down, you notice, right, that all the lines intersect at this point on the map,
Pretty much in the center.
pretty much in the center. Yes.
Okay. And when you say
it's-
lines, do you mean
And it's
latitude and longitude and diagonals, or is it just like everything straight down to that point?
I would say there's various. It's basically just one line going toward, like one linear, one straight line going towards that location. Maybe slightly curved in the z-axis, but if your like lines are going down, but they seem to intersect at that point. It's not two sets of lines. It's just one line from directly from each location to that point. Does that make sense?
Sort of. I suppose it's more like I think I get it, but it doesn't feel useful information because it's just like a 3D shape. The infinite many lines that could be drawn, from my understanding.
Okay, so let me do this for you. Right, I'm gonna draw on this map. Can I draw a line, please? I'm gonna draw it with a measurement tool, right? Okay, so there's one going there, right? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Then there, right?
Yeah, and then there would be one where it's going up to layer 2.
Yeah.
Well, layer 1, sorry. Yeah, I get that. I suppose it's like random lines.
Yeah, and then like
I suppose let me clarify the question. You said that I noticed that there is some significance to this.
yes,
Where
the
Lysander
significance is
might
where the
put-
lines intersect.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Make sense?
I think I get you. I've got you now. So what's the important information here is not so-called the position of the portals, but there is an origin.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Big brain
was-
thoughts.
A little bit big brain for Wade. Maybe not so much Lysander. I got it now.
Okay, cool. Back to the altar.
Sierra's honestly gonna, like, while he's sitting there staring, she's gonna put her hand on his shoulder and go, Lysander, I'm hoping you're figuring this out. Seems to be your kettle of fish.
Well, look here, Sierra. Do you see what's happening? If I take this line from this point and I draw it down to like this, and we keep on doing that with all the others, you see what's happening here?
I think I am.
There's an origin to all of this. A central location.
Is it a portal or something helpful, maybe?
I don't know on whether it's. Do you know where Talos has his compass?
Um,
Oh my god, wait, just let me do something quickly.
well,
Okay.
I think perhaps he keeps it on him. You know what I'll do? I would prefer not to. I prefer him not to appear in front of these. Don't want to make him a target. Perhaps when they're in custody.
That would be a good thing to remember. So here's a theory. If all of these are some sort of point of power that's originating and supporting the network, either it is some very powerful altar that we're looking at, or what supports the network, as I said, that might be good for us, or it might be our death. But I'm very fascinated now to consider whether that compass is pointing to the same origin, because it's never really shown a direction we've understood.
Just a question here for the game masters. When shapeshift, can I throw out the weapons I had on me or stuff I had on me?
Tiny
Out of
fly,
my-
just.
No.
Yeah, it's like you know when
So-
you kill something in a game and a giant sword flies out of a rat, you know? That type of thing.
No. So when you
Lol.
transform, right, you transform everything on your person, right? It's sort of
Yeah.
like a magical spell, right? So you really have no way of actually throwing out in your shapeshifted form, right? You really have no way of actually getting those effects back. It's basically like your character being naked.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. Otherwise, I would have like shut out that the compass on top of Lysander
Imagine
from
I just
nothing.
imagine this fly like.
What I
It
love
has- plays
is
the
I love is that
exalted
the compass would be like 5 times the size of a fly, so just
Yeah.
like falls out the middle
I'm
of the
not gonna lie, I'm just picturing fucking Path of Exile loot filter sound happening.
Boom.
Exalted orb.
Wait, what? Wrong, Filter.
Okay,
Swing!
okay. So and at that moment, you hear some rustling in the trees behind you. As
Actually, can I say one thing to Sarah before?
yes,
Well, I mean, Sarah, instead of us making hypotheses, why don't you ask your friends about what it means? I forget we have a resource right there.
What's there?
Yes, these intersection points.
I can ask. We can also ask Arlan and them to scout.
Please.
She's gonna nod in Lysander's direction. Well spotted, Lysander. And she's gonna hop up here. She's gonna go to the brighter one and say, "These all seem to intersect here." And she points to a middle point on the map. What's happening
well,
here?
that's an easy question. Easiest question you've asked me all day, Savior. That is HQ. The
Behind the wind wall.
The Undying Passion HQ, to be exact. Yes.
Is father there?
Sometimes, I have not seen him personally. Father is a very reclusive person. Not many get the privilege to see him, other than, of course, Bishop Lazarus. Bishop Lazarus is the one that keeps him company the most. But other than that, no one really sees Father. He generally keeps it to himself.
Hmm.
And at that point, right, Sierra, in the back of your mind, you hear, as Lysander, you will hear like very slight rustling in the trees, and you'll hear Alon's voice saying, "Is it safe to approach?" I see one that's like kind of covering his ears still. I don't know what he's doing, but he seems to be distracted.
That one is charmed. Lysander, would you perhaps go and sort out your friend?
What do you mean? What friend?
That one, she points to Bob with his ears covered, just so he doesn't get a fright when my friends arrive.
Right. Okay.
And she then says in her mind, these ones here, if I say the right words, they'll probably come with you willingly.
Bob. You're like waves, like,
Hmm.
hello, Bob.
He just looks at you, but he keeps covering his ears.
Like, I motion for him to uncover his ears.
Yes.
Hey, so,
What?
things are going well. Conversations are good.
I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear.
So listen, some other friends are coming by. They're friends of mine. I don't think you've ever met them, but they're great people. So just don't worry about anything, all right? You just sit here and relax. They might ask you to go with, but it's just for your own protection.
Sure thing. Sure thing.
Perfect. You're an absolutely great friend, by the way.
Thank you. It's so nice to be appreciated. Like, honestly, no one ever compliments anything anymore. Like, seriously, like, what is with people? We'll just go on about this, and cult this, and I want to progress this, and
Yeah, exactly. I get you.
Well, I'll just be over here then.
Oh, all right then. And then I move back towards the bridge. Yeah, he should be okay. Sarah?
Okay. She says to Alon, I think that one's been charmed by Lysander. I don't think he'll do anything too crazy. And these ones here, I'm going to tell them to come with you. Maybe
Interesting.
be ready in case.
Okay, well, and then like in the trees, you hear louder and louder fluttering, right? As a group of Fae that you do very recognize, one of them being the extremely bad actor that was there, and the other, the seemingly the Fae who seemed really afraid of a tree. But Alon appears to the light and he says, "Well, it's been a while since I've seen you guys."
She kind of nods and waves him over. Now, my followers, remember that these Fae are like mine. They follow me as well.
Of course, my savior. We will do what we can to assist them.
Indeed. They will have to take you in as prisoners because not all of the Fae understand what we're doing.
Of course. It's not like we haven't been used to being imprisoned, being in our established line of work. But we will oblige. And,
Cool. She's actually gonna put her hand on Arlon's shoulder. This is my particular leader. Ensure that you keep him happy.
Of course, my savior. I would very much like to, but unfortunately, I cannot move.
You see Sierra facepalm. Right. Lysander, not Lysander. Argun, we need to take our friends with us.
I see.
Arlon, something to be aware of is they seem to be quite strong magically. I would say that we did witness a man's head explode, so be careful.
Duly noted.
And of course, you're not going to explode my followers' heads, she says to the main guy.
I
cancel
would
hold
never.
Of course. I knew.
Do you dispel the hold spell on both? Argun?
On whoever's getting moved, yes. So if they're
Okay.
both moving, then yes, I'm going to cancel on both.
Okay, and Arlon leads them into the group. puts them in chains, as the other Fae surround them, and then he goes back to you guys in the center, and he says, "Oh, so are you guys going in, or what's the plan?"
Hmm.
Have they gone away now?
Yeah. So the other Fae are like leading the cultists away.
I drop out of life form.
Okay, cool.
Sierra's gonna extend her firewall like upwards, like so it's not encircling, but she's going to cast it up and wide over the sky, just to create lights across to see if they can see anyone hiding.
And yeah, as you see, there's no one in the near vicinity that you can actually see, that is like trying to sneak or maybe eavesdrop or anything like that. You're very much alone.
So, we do have the option of going through. My concern is that it leads directly out one of their HQs. We would probably need some backup, or at least think of a plan to storm the keep, so to say. Also, what we found out is this does not go past the window wall. So, although we'll take out a base, we still need to actually claim some of the other portals.
Wait. Before you go on, do we know how many guards are stationed at this particular HQ, as you said?
I have no idea, and that's why you have them still. She points to the two leaving.
Well,
Why don't we ask them? Yeah. Shall we, Sierra?
Sorry,
Shall we ask the question,
of
Sierra?
course.
Oi! Two of you. Or one of you. Which one's the head honcho?
Sierra points to the one with the stronger mind.
Oh well, he looks the part, I suppose. Hugh, you said that this goes to one of your headquarters. Is that correct? Yes, one of our less used headquarters. Less used headquarters. Interesting. As he looks to Sierra, and how many would you say are make this headquarters their home? How many would you say are stationed there? Oh, nah, this headquarters is quite small. It's still important for what we're currently doing right now, of course. We've dedicated it to the combined experimentations, for sure, but unfortunately this division of experimentation hasn't really gained traction within the rest of the cult yet. It's just something that Father has asked us to do on the side, so there's not really much in terms of personnel there. Only the most dedicated people to the cause, to this particular cause, are there. So not many then. I would say about 5 or 6, maybe 7 at most. He turns. Alon then turns to you, Sierra, and I'm like, 7 seems low, doesn't it?
Perhaps it's not the popular one. How many would be at HQ then in comparison?
Oh, HQ on the other hand, that's where most of the cultists are. I cannot even count on 2, 3 my hands and toes. No, more than 50, I would say. On a good day, of course. It kind of just roughly depends on, situation, where we are, what we need to do, and what needs doing. Very busy life and all that.
She kind of nods at it and motions. She tells Alon in her mind, perhaps your queen would like to be part of this planning process. She says in her mind to Alon.
Indeed, perhaps. Speaking of the queen, she's ready to. She says she's almost ready to make a decision regarding. This is all in your mind, by the way. Regarding the the safety of the rest of the Fae. She'll make a decision shortly. So.
Perhaps what we've discovered here will help ease her mind.
I know.
At least
I
in
know. I
terms of
may
the
be
decision.
I know. I may be asking a little bit much of you, but if there is indeed only a small amount of cultists in this facility, perhaps we can station some of our guards to guard this place while you guys investigate a little further.
Question. Out of curiosity, from what I've spoken to him, does it sound like we could take this with us and use it?
The device, you mean? Yes, you can very much take it with you, but it will require you to power it up somehow. That's what you've gathered.
So would it have to stay where the ley lines are?
Do you
For it
ask
to
this
work.
question?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna turn and ask him. If we take the device to use it to get to the facility, does it have to be here with the ley lines, or could we use it wherever we take it?
See, the ley lines do need to be well established. When we do move the devices around, it usually takes us about maybe 2 weeks to get the ley lines actually sorted out. So it's a bit annoying actually, but it does take a little bit of time every time we do have to change locations. This is just one of the many locations.
How does one go about realigning the ley lines?
You'll need HQ's approval for that. They'll need to connect it on connect the wind crystals on their side, activate the translocator, and well, basically it needs to be a two-way communication.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And this happens every time you move. So why is the one in Ventura so easy to move if it's hourly?
Wrong. I'm afraid I do not know the answer to that question. As I said, this particular altar was my responsibility. The only thing that I need to do is make sure it gets kept open, and if we do end up getting found out, find a new location and open the ley lines over there.
Oh, one more thing. How do you communicate with your headquarters? Do you have some sort of mental link? Do you send messages?
Messages come and go. Various forms, really. Whether it be mental link from the people closer to us or animals. There are some shape-shifting druids within our midst that we use to carry messages back and forth.
Interesting. What about you? How do you communicate with them? If something were to go seriously wrong, how would you inform them in an emergency?
Well, in an emergency situation, what we would actually do is just destroy the ley lines. So what that does is it would send a direct message, sort of an alarm to the headquarters to say, hey, we're in trouble.
I see. Also, do you have any confidants that you trust working on this layer?
Many. I mean, one confidant was supposed to return fairly soon. I don't really know where he is at this point. He was investigating the Fae village in particular, so I'm trying to see if there's any chinks, openings that we can perhaps exploit. Unfortunately, it didn't find. Well, we haven't heard from him in a very long time.
Interesting.
He's not the one that was beheaded over there, is he?
Do you say this out loud?
not the Whittaker.
100% say it out loud.
Oh. Yeah, that. Yeah, that would be
It was
him.
this dude who killed him.
All right. So I take it that means you don't have anyone within the Fey city yet. That you have no presence there.
Well, if he's dead, then no.
Well, let's see. What about the town on layer 1?
Oh, lots. The town on layer 1? There's a town on layer 1?
The small adventurers town.
You mean the outpost?
Yes.
Near the entrance? Nah,
Yes.
not many people there. That just serves as a how can I put it? A gateway into the Ventura. Ventura, on the other hand, whoo boy.
Do you know a man named Erwing?
Irving. I've heard the name before. Can't say it rings very too much of a bell.
All right. Head of research. Not part of your division?
Head of research. In
No, don't worry about it. It's in Ventura. If you've not heard of him, then he's probably just an accomplice that's under the radar. Not sure.
And
Right.
Alon then turns to you and he says, "So, Sierra, what do you think?"
Wait, who turns to me?
Alon.
Sierra kind of looks at Lysander. I think defending this point is important.
Absolutely. Can't defend this point, we'll lose everything we've got.
There's not a lot on the other side.
I do think we should go through. This is probably one of the very few opportunities we have.
Indeed. If you need any assistance, just let me.
We're gonna need wind crystals.
Wind crystals.
Yes, apparently this portal is powered by wind crystal.
And at that point, Titus, overhearing the conversation, elects to actually stay behind if you guys are going through the portal, in order to help defend the actual portal. But he also requests something of Alon, and he says, "Is there any way that you could perhaps create some type of mental link between myself and one of my companions?" Alon looks at him and he says, I mean, I'm sure that is possible. Are there any takers, any volunteers?
I mean, I already have voices in my head, so why not?
Sorry about that. Please step
Pat
this
them on
way.
the shoulder, it's fine.
Please. Before I do, you guys are going. Let me get this straight. Are you guys prepared to go through?
Well, it's now or never, my friend. If we don't go in
might
now,
still
they
get the
might
drop
draw the
on
ley
them.
lines.
Indeed. And you also may find out a little bit more information that you may not have known before.
Indeed.
But yeah, Titus, Sierra's volunteered, and what he does is he touches the two of you, right? And he says, "Well, there you go. Now you both have a mental connection that it should hold up through the portal. I cannot be certain though.
This
It's only
one's still
one.
on the side of the wind wall, so maybe it'll still keep effect.
Perhaps, yes, perhaps. Yeah. But yeah, the mental link should be established. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna guard. I'm gonna take 2 guards to take the prisoners. They should be enough, right? I mean, they won't break hold or anything, right, Sierra?
They will be a problem in the morning.
In the morning.
Once that one, she points to the one who's got quite a brain. Once that one's had some rest, his brain will be free of my influence.
Interesting.
I personally do not know your rules on execution, but I hope you change your mind about them if you stay against them.
Duly noted.
I'm sure they've murdered many Fae in their
Indeed.
ways.
I will consult with the Queen as to what the plan is. In the meantime,
I
we
think
will.
keeping him. She points to the one with the big brain. I think keeping him alive is very dangerous once he breaks free of my influence. We watched him blow a man's head up.
Oh. Right. Okay. Well, so here's what we'll do. The Fae will set up a perimeter on my command, along with Titus and his shape-shifting form. We should be able to defend this location if there if any trouble arises. If obviously you need some backup, then Sierra just call for Titus, and maybe some of us will come and assist as well.
She nods. Thank you, Alan.
Thanks, and good luck. I hope you find a little bit more information about what is actually going on. Perhaps it'll make the Queen's decision a little bit easier.
Or harder. Let's see what happens.
Well, let's hope not.
I just want to. Sierra's gonna go over to Argun. First of all, she's gonna be like, "Yo, tell us. Don't you want to bring your compass? They're leaving." And she's then gonna go over to Argun. Let's have a little chat, shall we, Argun? But obviously, like space for Talos and.
I
Okay.
nod.
Okay, so let's sort Talos out first. So Talos, taking out your compass, I assume.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna take you back to later quickly. Taking out your compass, right? You do notice that the compass is pointing. I'm gonna draw it out quickly in this general direction.
Yeah, it was pointing to here somewhere.
Yes,
believe.
correct.
So will I be able to tell, because it's in that direction, which is the same direction as where they were crossing over.
Let me draw this out in a more appropriate way. I'm gonna draw a straight line to the edge of the map.
Yeah,
Over there.
because the ley lines were up here.
Yeah, so the ley lines, I'm gonna draw a circle at the point of intersection. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, we can't see past the black stuff. So,
Oh, sorry.
and
I'm
it's
just
really hard
gonna-
to see that line.
Okay, then I'm
that
just
you
gonna
drew.
ping it, right?
Where? What? Where are you pinging?
I'm not pinging yet. Just bear with me one sec. I'm just drawing lines. Can you see the line, at least? The pink line?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it ends here.
Okay. Okay, so you can see the pink line. However, the compass is pointing along that pink straight line, but the lines that were intersecting do not correlate. So the line that was intersecting was here. The ley lines that intersected on the map was here.
Interesting. Alright, thanks, Talos. I had a theory, but apparently that was remiss.
Oh, past Alicia 100% forgot to ask for them to go and scout that area. Not bad.
But that's behind the wind wall.
Yeah, behind. Yeah, that would be behind the wind wall. Yes, so they won't be able to, even if you tried.
Alright, well, I have a very tough request. Everyone. How am I gonna get across the water?
Sophie, you're not muted, by the way.
Oh shit.
That was very kind of you, Zephyr.
I'm sorry.
No, you do you.
How am I going to get past this water?
I can't fly.
So
Strong boys carry unite.
Want to evaporate the lake again?
I didn't hear what you
No,
said,
don't-
Wade.
don't do
So
that. How am I going to get across this water?
wow. So the bridge is broken, right?
Well, yeah. And
Well, it's not broken, it's
deep
just-
water, which means it's like at my neck.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Sierra's gonna point to a fire wing. I'm not gonna give you a piggyback ride,
I'd rather you didn't.
but I could carry your chair above my head, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
We
Argun
have
can
a
help
rope.
me with the chair.
Do we have ropes?
If
You
you
can
have,
drag
if you
it
have
through the
adventure, if you have adventurer's gear, then you should have ropes.
Look, I'm not afraid of. Actually, maybe that's not a good idea. I do have spellbook. I don't want to get that wet.
I can change into a bigger animal, and you can ride on my back across the water. Should
But
work
that
fine.
would leave the chair behind.
How about I just carry Talos? Can you grab the other side, perhaps?
Sure.
Alon pipes up.
That's true. You two. Sierra chuckles. Set things on fires, but can't fly.
And I
Oh,
will
the
carry
sacrifices we
chair.
make.
Argun, you
I'll
can
help you with the
support.
chair.
Yeah, Argun. Titus can also assist. Come over here. Yeah, I'm sure we can just carry you there. It's not really a big deal, right? You don't mind,
Oh.
of course, Lassenda.
I prefer that to getting wet, so.
Right. And one side of the wheelchair being held by Arlon, the other side, I'm assuming, being held by Talos, supported by Argun in the front, Titus, and like Sierra as well, perhaps. You guys make your way to the portal itself. As
This is Alicia asking out of character. Do we have enough crystals to come back?
I'm guessing they have it on the other side. Then.
Okay, okay, cool.
Well, I mean, if they don't, we could always ask Titus and Talos to help us out. They do have that wolf form.
Mm-hmm. I look worryingly at myself.
Oh wow.
oh wow. Omega yikes.
I have a question. If Talos changes into that wolf form, does he need a crystal?
Yeah. I was actually thinking about that if you could actually cut one of the crystals off.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm implying.
Yeah. But that was as a player, not as
Yeah.
Talos. Talos likes his claws.
You'll have to try and find out. It's not something I can give you right now.
Oh my
Well-
gosh, let's totally try.
I'll change into wolf form. I can actually, as we talked last time,
Mhm.
I can actually talk to humans because humans are animals in a way,
Correct, yes.
in animal form.
Correct. Okay, so
The
roll
weird-
shapeshift for me.
Yay! The crystal wolf moves. We have a
Turn into a fish again.
Oh,
no,
okay, so you
perfect
have,
wolf.
you have 4 hold, right?
Yeah.
And you successfully change your form into that of the wolf that you studied in the ruins. However, what you notice is that you have the crystal, right, on your forehead. But the problem is that it seems like the crystal is attached to you as part of a bone in your body. You feel it as a bone in your body. It's part of your skull, your very being in this form. You cannot remove it, you feel like you will die if you do.
Huh.
And
So if I would walk up to the device and touch it with the crystal,
it
would
like
I die?
will touch it with the crystal, would you die?
It was like suck it out of the skull, like the soul stone
So-
from Diablo.
This
You're
would
gonna turn into a demon.
okay. So this would depend on your action, right? Here's what I'm going to do. If you spend all your hold, right, and you can you can do it. Okay, so you can spend all you can use your form, your crystal form, your crystal wolf form to power up one use of the portal.
Yeah.
However, you will not be able to transform into that wolf form for the next 12 hours. And you spend all your hold and you transform back. That's how much energy it will take for you to actually use it.
Then a question:
Yes.
if I change into Argun's pet and do the same, I still have my wolf form.
Okay. If you change into Argun's pet, right? What you notice
Because that one has crystals in it too.
Nix.
what you notice is that the amount of energy that is needed is not enough. You don't actually have that amount of energy in this form. So the choice is yours whether you want to do it or not. I'd like to remind you that you have 4 wind crystals at your disposal.
Yeah. We don't need it now. It's just good for contingency in
It's like
case
if
we
we're
have to
totally
escape.
screwed and we need to send someone back to save us, we can send my brother.
Yeah.
And it's also weird note, it's probably best that he doesn't arrive looking like a fake.
Yes.
Yeah, so what should I look like?
What do you want to look like?
Well,
Well, you're a
What
wolf currently, aren't you?
yeah. Can I keep the wolf form and not consume the crystal?
You can keep the wolf form, but you'll just have to have a wind crystal on a separate wind crystal on your person.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I'll stay in this form then,
Okay,
and
and
can grab a crystal in my
utilize
mouth.
utilize all the wind crystals. Okay, so are you guys utilizing all 4 wind crystals to transport yourselves?
I believe so.
Yeah.
So just before we kind of go off, Sierra's just gonna ask Argun. Argun, are you telling me we're gonna have to kill one of your gods?
Tell me, if a god kills its own worshippers, is it truly a god, or just a spirit that is named such? I do not know anymore, but if we have to kill it, then we better go prepared.
She flares up the fire in her wings. I mean, I'm special for a reason. And she kind of laughs. That sounds so ridiculous.
Okay.
Sierra will hand out a wind crystal to each person.
I
Okay.
grab it in my mouth.
She's gonna pet Telos in the head. Don't change back if you see any humans outside.
Okay. And as you get closer and closer to the portal starts reacting, and the runes on the stone platform start lighting up as each and every single one of you, one by one. Who goes first?
Probably Lysander.
Okay.
Lysander will cast invisibility on himself.
Okay. Please cast a spell for me.
And then it is.
Okay. Please take. Please choose one for me.
I'll forget it.
Forgetting invisibility.
Seems like a dangerous thing to do.
Okay. No, that's fine.
It's more dangerous to cause unwelcome attention, don't you think?
I mean, that's true.
Okay.
Depends on Volkman.
So
I
yeah.
feel like that's the opposite effect of invisibility, causing unwanted attention.
So yeah, Lysander, as you approach the crystal in the center, the wind crystal in your hand starts reacting as you can almost see the wind crystal in the center absorbing the very essence of the wind crystal in your hand as you step closer and closer and closer and appear on the other side, and one by one the same thing happens to the rest of you. You end up in quite a foresty area, foresty location, right? The portal behind you, as you arrive, in a similar fashion, the portal looks almost exactly identical, right? But you find yourself in a very forest-like clearing along a path that is leading, what seems to be leading straight ahead. And I must stress that what you guys see is what you see, by the way. Very important for this session.
What you see is what you see.
Yeah.
What?
So,
Alicia, you're gonna laugh because I'm pretty sure I've done this in a very recent roleplay. Lysander pipes up all invisible. I'll go ahead and scout.
No, God.
Don't activate any traps that will, summon cloud kill on your head, Wade. Sorry, I just need to get a blanket. My feet are absolutely freezing. I'll be 2 seconds.
You guys can see the trail in the sand, I guess, so you can follow where I'm going.
Squeak, squeak.
oh yeah, the squeaks of your wheelchair as well.
Well, hopefully it's not that loud to draw unnatural attention.
Oh wait, I should keep myself unmuted so I can voice act your wheelchair.
It's fucking
Sorry.
squeaks too much.
You need
Just
to oil it.
I'm just gonna do something quickly. I need to do this. Okay, you should
Need
see.
for Squeak. Is that the name of this
Squeak.
session?
Squeak. Squeak. I'm just waiting for Alicia to come back.
Sure. Yeah.
Fast and Furious Squeaky Road.
So rather than measuring your distance traveled in miles per hour or kilometers per hour, you're in squeaks per hour. Squeaks
We
per
measured in Sophie's per game.
minute. So not very far then.
Lots of squeaks.
Oh, I thought you were making a joke about my height because would be very far.
No, I mean,
What are you doing, Elmo?
you have to be this high to enter.
Fuck off.
I mean, you actually asked for that one.
No, I know. Just remind me when I come visit you guys to bring my tallest pair of heels.
It'll be the
I
same
don't
height
think
as
that's
Khalid.
gonna help.
No. If I wear a really tall pair of heels and really long trousers, it'll give the illusion.
That you're the same height as Khalid.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
I think Khaled is taller than
Listen,
me.
there are benefits to being short, okay? One, plane rides are
No.
awesome.
Oh yeah, true.
No! I mean, yeah, fair.
I thought you were gonna Amrit, get off! Don't lick the
But
fucking
being
microphone.
overweight makes plane rides uncomfortable.
Amrit. Yeah,
So-
this is true.
Ligger.
Okay,
Ooh.
so moving right along. So you guys or have arrived. Lysander is elected to go on
We've
ahead
arrived.
go ahead and scout. Argun, what are you doing at the moment?
Waiting.
Okay.
Not and as a player, I'm thinking about something because I think I fucked up something with my spell casting. But
Okay. Tell us.
Yeah, I'm waiting as well.
Sierra's also waiting. Okay. Lysander, you're on your own, mate.
Well, I
Wait,
mean,
did
Wait,
you
one
ask for
second.
to help? He just asked. Wait a second.
I'll
Yeah.
try and commune while waiting for Lysander to come back.
Okay, sure. You can roll commune for me.
Lysander doesn't expect them to be following us. The illusion of invisibility is not very effective.
Yeah, could walk beside you, but fun.
You guys can see my squeak trails. This appears to be a rock.
Do we tend to spend an hour here?
I'm doing donuts in the sand. Ow. Okay, cool. So, I assume at this point, what do I see? Do I need to discern realities?
No, you don't need to discern reality. It's quite obvious what you're standing and looking at. There's a giant ass door, stone door, pretty much.
I'm looking more for, is there people here? Are there people here?
Ah, okay. That you need to discern realities for me.
Eyeball.
Come on, failure.
Failure. Right, sure. Okay, let's see what you rolled. Okay, I'll give you the same option as I gave to Kian earlier. Either one custom question or 3 of the listed questions.
I think I'm gonna go with the 3 questions.
Sure.
What should I be on the lookout for, i.e. are there fucking guards around?
Okay, so
Oh, that's very particular kinds of gods. Fucking gods.
okay,
That kind of guy. Wait, what?
so you notice some foot very slight footprints as you move closely that go into the door in front of you, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of them. It's not you can't really make out how many, right? There are particularly, but what you do notice is that there's not a lot of terrain manipulation. That
What?
in terms of footprints or scuff marks, anything like that, it seems very barren in that department.
Okay. And then the second question is what's about to happen?
Okay, I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna argue, right, that the way that you answer this question is by very slowly and quietly stepping towards the door, trying to see if you can actually hear anything coming from within, right? And you hear faint whispers of something that sounds similar to nearly done, almost complete.
Okay. Cool. So I would like to cast Prestidigitation behind me as a small flare that the group can see.
Before you do, what's your third question?
What about a third question? Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Who's really in control here?
The road.
On the door, as you step a little bit away from it, you notice the door is not your typical door or stone door. There's a carving that's actually on the door, right? A carving of various things bowing, or not bowing, but rather in worship of this, what looks to be a bird, very giant bird, right? But a bird nonetheless. It's kind of like this, a bird-like creature that is carved into the wall, and at the bottom of the mural you see various entities, whether they be fae, whether they be human, elves, whatever, that have their hands up, almost as if in delirious worship. Kind of like praise the sun type of thing, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay. Alright, prestidigitation time.
Okay, cast a spell for me. Okay, awesome. Complete success.
It's just a small flare for everyone, so you'll see like a small light appear in the sky and then slowly move down. Like it's unnaturally.
I have like the tiniest question. Did Argun?
Oh, actually, can I change
Did
it?
Lysander actually tell us to look for his signal? I don't know if that's as I was away getting a blanket.
No, I didn't. But that's why I want to change something as well. Can I please do that? Can I see them Khalid, from this vantage point?
Just let me do something quickly to the scene, because I didn't. You cannot see them like from here. There's like quite a bit of a tree in your way.
Alright. May I prestidigitate a bubble of arcane magic with my head in it as an illusion that will go south from here and then tell them. Then
You rolled very well, so yes.
Okay. Alright. So, what you guys see is a pink arcane sphere traveling up to you with only Lysander's head smiling at you in it. Like,
It's supposed to say knowledge is power.
knowledge is power. It depends on who you use it. And he says, no, it says, the coast is clear.
I guess we follow.
Follow the wheelchair's markings. When it loops around, just don't go around the tree. Actually, I can't say that because it's an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have no idea. Have fun going on a figure 8.
Should we catch up to him?
Sure. Kian, just to answer that, the total levels of your spell cannot exceed your play levels. What is your play level?
4.
So you can have like 4 first levels or 2 second levels. I don't actually know the level.
Isn't
So-
it?
Oh, plus 1. Yes,
Yeah,
sorry.
plus
I missed
one.
plus-
Yes, correct. So it would be You could have your total your player level plus 1. So in essence, what you can now have is
Either
one level
5
3. Yeah, one level 3, 2 level 1s, or 5 level 1s. Yeah,
Yep.
that's about it. That's all the permutations that you can have. Okay, so with that said, you guys see a bubble that tells you what did you exactly say, Wade?
The coast is clear.
The coast is clear. Right? What do the 3 of you do?
Yeah, we decided to follow.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow its instructions.
Okay. Move your character's
Did he say
tokens
south?
accordingly.
Sorry. I don't know if I was just not like there conscious enough.
You just said the coast is clear. Am I right, Wade?
And said follow the the wheelchair tracks.
Yeah. Follow the wheelchair track. So yeah, you'll need.
Just
Okay.
tell me when we're going and not the wheel track.
Okay.
wheelchair
Let me draw the path for you quickly before you. No, I'm just gonna drag you guys back here. Sorry. Right. So Lysander went here, and then here.
Yep, there you go.
I'm quite amused by following. Kian, I'm so amused. I was like, I looked through 3 spell books to find your prepare a spell. I got 3 rule books, and then I was like, oh, right, commune. I'm following the wheels exactly. I'm going around. I was like, what?
No, wait, before you do, as you get closer and closer, Lysander, you see these guys like going around a tree. What do you do?
I just shake my head and stay silent. Just letting them do it. Do their thing.
Okay.
Sierra gets this corner. Does she see anything down?
Please roll me discern realities. Actually, no, not discern realities. Straight up wisdom.
Cool, that's nice.
You notice a path that just abruptly ends. That's it.
It's It's gonna take 2 steps this way. It look like it's going into some.
Indeed.
Do I do something stupid?
Of course you do something stupid. That's how great ideas start.
She's gonna like look back and then like try quietly like move close to the wall and just get a bit closer and inspect what's here.
Okay. Please roll me another wisdom check.
I mean, I was bound to fail something eventually.
It looks like a simple old wall to you.
Okay. Oh, why am I so stupid? Sierra's going to reach her hand out and summon a fire staff. Actually, I have to roll for that.
Yes.
Time to farm experience.
Oh my gosh, it just barely succeeded.
Not the best of staves, but it'll do.
Yeah, so you can
I'm
choose
gonna
one tag.
I'm removing the dangerous tag.
Remove the dangerous tag. Okay, sure. So you
And
have
she's
a
gonna
skill.
take her stick and she's gonna just like gently tap at the wall around it.
Okay. Just let me do something quickly. I just need to make sure that I did this right. Yes. I
Time to
did.
die, Alicia.
It's okay.
Okay,
I'll just literally set
So,
myself up in
so
flame.
what are you exactly doing? With your staff?
She's just gently tapping, like not too hard. It's kind of like a tuck tuck. She's trying to see if it goes through anything, like here and here.
There and there, your staff connects with the wall and does like as per like normal, nothing untoward at those 2 points.
Cool. She's just gonna like run it along the floor, like the edge here, from like all the way from here, all the way to over here, to just see if there's like any break in anything.
Okay, so is it in a straight line or are you following the
All
curve?
along the curve here.
All along the curve. Okay.
Something in her brain is like, why would this just end here?
Okay, so I'm assuming this is what you're doing, right? Am I right?
Yeah, more.
Okay, so as you go, as you put your staff on the floor, going, you feel no friction, right? Let me just select my drawing over here. You feel no friction at this point whatsoever. None, like absolutely none. Like the wall is there, but you're feeling no friction.
She's gonna take a stick there, and she's gonna just take it on the floor and gently push to see if it goes through anything.
And as you push the stick through, well, you push the stick, your stick actually goes through the wall, but it's your stuff is still there, right? You can see your stuff, but there's a wall, and then your stick just so happens to be on the other side.
She pulls her stick back and she just runs. She just runs. Guys. Secret wall.
Okay, hey, shh, Sarah. Not while we're trying to sneak around.
Secret wall.
Come, show us.
She points there and does the exact same thing with her stick. Like, pushes it through. Oh my gosh, I'm tempted to push Lysander through, but oh fuck, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna stand on my stick and just take his chair and just.
Okay. And as you push him through, Lysander, much to your surprise, right? You expect to to pretty much face plant the wall, right? But that's not what happens. Your character just kind of goes like through the wall with Sierra as well.
She just holds on. So she's not like pushing you in there by yourself. She's just kind of like, she knows it works, so she's like, la.
So, warn me next time, please.
I honestly was going to just use my stick, and then the temptation overtook me.
Okay.
It won't have to be serious.
She shrugs slightly. She's gonna actually angle herself forward.
Arkun, yes, Arkun, you're busy sitting there outside, and you're like,
You can see a wolf jumping forth and back through the wall.
Through the wall.
Did you not follow?
I did follow. I'm tired.
yeah, he's inside.
Ah, for me, your character just flew away up here.
Yeah, he did.
That's why I was like,
to me as well. Don't worry. I think that's
like, what?
Kian's lag catching up because I moved him over here.
Internet, yeah, baby.
So there's steps here. Like Sarah's gonna try pull the chair forward up the stairs.
Is
Okay.
Lysander still invisible though?
Yes.
Yes.
I struggle, but I eventually try and figure out where the stairs are. I mean, where the
Where
chair
the
is.
stairs are.
The chair, sorry.
the stairs are not the one.
I
That's
try and
invisible.
help guide her hands to where the handles are.
I really hope she doesn't touch anything inappropriate.
I
I'm
mean,
going
he's
to
holding
cast
her hand where it's
Spell,
going.
or rather, a rote.
Say again.
I want to cast a spell, or rather, a rote.
Yeah. So spells still count as rotes. They will be forgotten if you fail, still, and you'll need to commune again if you choose to forget, obviously. Okay, choose one.
I'll cast guidance, and I'll choose to forget.
Okay, please link guidance for me. Symbol of your deity appears before you and gestures towards the direction or course of action your deity would have.
And I ask, guide me to Valor 4, but that's it.
Okay, perfect. And what you what you see? Who are you beckoning? Tigris, I assume.
Yes.
Okay, and you see a faint silhouette of his beast-like form as he walks, right, in front of Sierra, right, and points in that direction.
Okay.
And if I were to ping it on the map, it would be in that general direction.
Cool.
Okay, so as you like are struggling, you guys are free to move up the stairs. By the way, you don't actually see any particular danger looming, simply because you guys have kind of snuck in, right? But
So still being visible.
still invisible, yes.
Open this door.
Okay, open it.
I fumbled.
Argun,
Yeah, we're just
you're
following.
Are you following, by the way?
Sierra's staying far enough back because she knows he's invisible here. So she's just kind of like carefully hanging back to hear what he said.
Okay, and in the room that you are currently in, Lysander, so as you guys are going up the stairs, the first door you encounter is more like a storeroom of like foodstuffs and whatever. This seems to kind of, the room that you're in, Lysander and Argun, seems to be more like a pantry of some sort.
Okay.
Right, various like just general food things, nothing really of interest to you particularly in this situation, other than if you want some dungeon rations, of course, which I don't think you have a problem with.
We have lots of fish.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, and very importantly, right, as you got into the first room, right, you hear the faint sounds, whispers, but through the walls you hear chanting, very soft right now, but you still hear it nonetheless. Seems to be coming deeper within this facility.
Hmm. Well, Argun, hope you're ready to meet the god. By the way, where have the two fairies gone?
We were waiting because you were stealthing
Yeah,
in,
you're invisible, so we were like, I'm just gonna stay here.
and Argon just charges in.
You can't though. You're kind of moving me upstairs.
No, but like, there's no stairs. Like, so I
Fair,
just
fair.
left you on the not
Okay,
stairs
so
part.
I'm not in this passage yet. Then I can't because there's stairs.
Yeah, there's stairs, so there.
Sarah, I'll need your assistance again.
Cool. Do we know what's over here? Did we see what was more or less there?
No.
Just
No.
no. Okay, well, yeah. you
Sarah's
can-
gonna just very carefully take her. That can't intersect with the wall. There we go. She's gonna just carefully go to the top of these stairs. Just like peek her. Oh my gosh, can I talk about? Oh, what is it? And she look around in this room.
Yeah, she can definitely look around in the room.
Can I see if there's like stuff in the crates and stuff?
So, just let me check something here.
I imagine she would have done this while he was stealthing ahead then.
So,
I gotta fill in the whole
crates-
map, guys. I love Diablo.
So in the crates, you just see general like dry foods being stored over here. Like your intuition just says that this is like kind of the food area of this facility or wherever you are right now. It makes it very easy to carry the foodstuffs into the kitchen to prepare, or from the pantry and whatever. So not really anything there.
Takes note to set her on fire on their way out. And then she'll come and give Lysander a hand up the stairs.
Okay. Lysander, you can move
Zoop.
Okay, and as you approach, and I'm assuming you do this fairly quietly, right?
Of course.
Of course.
What you start hearing, right, is there's the faintest of like whispers, but there's like a very weird grunting noise coming from the path that you are currently on.
One going to the left.
Correct.
Before she lets Lysander go there, because she can see the stairs, she's gonna kneel down carefully to Talos and say, Talos, could you turn into something small and have a look?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll change into the fly again, I guess.
Sure. Roll shapeshift for me.
It's a very stealthy thing.
Okay.
That should work.
Yeah, that's work. You have 2 hold. Your 1 hold will be spent to scout.
Yeah, so 3 from the start down to 2. I have 1 extra from as a fairy.
What? Sorry, say again?
My racial ability is 1+.
Yes,
to
your
hold.
racial ability is 1+,
Yeah.
and you rolled a partial success, which gives you 1. Oh, wait, 2, sorry. So that's 3.
2.
Sorry.
Yeah.
3 down to 2, correct.
So which way did you point me in?
You said it was to the left, like here.
Correct, yes,
Yeah.
correct. Okay.
So I stealthily fly in as a fly.
She's gonna just, as he's going, she's gonna whisper over Lysander's ear. Lysander, are you okay with me killing humans that hurt fairies?
I'm okay with us doing whatever we need to do to secure our foothold.
Okay.
I was just intrigued.
And Talos, what you actually see in this area is a fairly large room, statues scattered around in various places, statues of, you can't really make out what. And I'm going to bring out what you actually see. The 2 on the left and the right of the statue to the north, right, fairly what you would expect. Maybe
Foundry
a
just
cut.
crashed me.
It's reloaded, it's fine. But what you would expect, like fairly humanoid creatures masked, right? And your deduction tells you that they are cultists, albeit in different attire, and they seem to be very prominently displaying the symbol that gave Titus a little bit of a hiffy, and when he like started talking about it. And what the other thing that you notice,
Foundry keeps crashing.
really, what does it say?
It's completely crashing my browser, as in like memory leak levels.
Oh jeez, okay.
You know? Alright, please go on. I'll sort out the troubleshoot.
Sure. Okay, and what you actually see is something like quite grotesque that I'm going to bring up in a sec. Right? It seems to be an amalgamation, like it has tree-like features, but what seems to be like skulls protruding out of various orifices.
Whoa. I'm so sorry. I missed hearing. Did he find a creature in this room? Like, I don't know, my brain just turned off.
Yes.
Holy banana
Yeah.
balls!
Yeah, that's a thing.
So this is the what you actually see for you.
And it crashed again. S-Box fatal memory exceeded.
Wait,
Maybe-
what?
Let me just do something quickly, wait for you. I'll have to do that. Try reloading it now, wait.
Also, while you're reloading, Khaled, in a second, once this is loaded to you, do you mind just checking your DMs? Oh, well, I did it. And it's awesome.
You can. Oh, sure. You can show it to me.
Well, give it a minute to load.
Did it help in any way, Wade?
Not yet. I'm rejoining now. There's a memory leak. Like when I'm trying to move and do stuff, it's running my Chrome out of memory.
That's very
That's weird.
weird.
Wait, what? That's really bizarre.
I'm just gonna see if I'm gonna move down here. Maybe it'll better. Okay. I'm by Sarah, but just trying to see if that helps. I did see the picture, Khalid.
Okay, sure. Can you move back and see if it memory leaks you?
Well, I have. I'm now down in the cafeteria area.
Yeah, you're down in the pantry. Can you move back up to the stairs? Is there any memory leaks?
Well, not yet. It takes a few seconds.
Because I took out something that would be a cause of a memory leak. Or
Okay.
could be.
Nothing has failed yet, but let's see how it goes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so yes, tell us. That is what you see before you, and it bears some similarity to what you encountered in the ruins, but different somehow. Like not somehow, but like it's got skulls protruding out of various like places, and it seems to be holding one of it as well, one skull as well,
And then there's two cultists.
on the sides. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. Can I figure something out? Are they controlling it? Are they friendly to each other?
Sure, please roll me discern realities, and I think the question that you're looking for is who's really in control here. Okay.
Yeah.
So, who's really in control here? It does seem, right, that not only do the cultists seem to have control over it, right, but there seems to be like a pool of blood. As you're flying around, you see like a pool of blood in this little bowl that the statue is holding in its stone hands. And this entity, whatever it is, seems to like there's like a little bit of a blood trail from that pool that leads to the creature itself.
Probably something they have just recently cooked up.
Perhaps.
Okay. I'm gonna fly back into my friends are. I have a feeling it's hard to talk from a fly because it's so tiny. I'm gonna drop the shapeshift.
Okay. Dropped you
And I-
successfully dropped the shapeshift, yeah.
So there's two cultists, and I think they just created a thing. It's like one of those weird creatures we fought, the ruins, but with skulls. It's very weird. It's a lot of blood.
We should look in the other direction as well, just in case if we start a fight, then there might be reinforcements that come up from the north here. And I point to the other stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Should I go again?
Well, as a player, what does that mean for your form, Zafi?
Yeah,
Well, you'll just have to
shapeshift.
roll. You'll just have to roll shapeshift again.
Well, if you can sky, I am also invisible, but the stairs are a problem. If you can get eyes for us, that would be better. At least we're not going in
Try.
blind.
Let's see if I can do this again. Yep. Like
Okay,
the
so
same.
okay, so here's how this is going to work. Zephy,
Yep.
you're going to move one step at a time, right? So using your arrow keys, right?
Yeah.
And I will tell you, just pause between each movement, and then I will tell you when your one hold is going to be expended. Okay, so keep doing that until I tell you.
Yep.
Okay, one hold expired.
Yep.
Okay, second hold expired.
Hmm.
And I'd also like to point out, I'm just gonna do this quickly, because you're a fly, so you cannot do what
No.
I cannot do.
something. Okay, keep going.
You're so mean, but I love it.
Keep going.
Yeah. As a druid, would I know when the form is about to drop?
You would know, yes.
Yeah. So I start heading back.
It's halfway through. Okay, it has just ended.
Yeah. But I didn't see anyone, right?
No,
So,
you did not. You definitely did not see anyone.
so I tiptoe back. Like, doo, doo, doo. Well, actually, I could. No, I tiptoe. It's stealthier than.
Okay, tiptoe.
Okay.
Tiptoe.
Okay, sure, Zephy. As you tiptoe, please roll me a defy danger on dexterity.
What is this fly
Uh,
getting up to?
Let's you see. Defy danger, dexterity.
Yes.
He's no longer a fly. He's now the wolf.
Yeah, he's now the walk.
Yeah. Can I use my card, Jumpy? You're nervous, but it's not a bad thing. When using Dex to defy danger, take one forward.
Yes, you may.
So I discard that.
You discard,
Right.
yeah, discard that. Add +1 to your defy danger roll.
Let's see. Defy danger, dexterity,
Ooh, +1.
so 9.
Okay.
Because dexterity is my worst. That.
Okay. So, as you're going through, and your shapeshift kind of like ends, right?
Yeah.
As your shapeshift ends, you notice that the as you got closer to the top area where you were, right?
Mm.
You noticed that the chanting got a little bit louder as you approached, but as you stepped away from that area, right, the chanting turned into a very low-pitched scream of agony. And as you're tiptoeing back, the rest of you all hear very slightly the scream of agony coming from deeper within the temple, but this time you can kind of make out the direction coming from there, around that general vicinity.
So should we go in?
Yeah, I tell the group this. That it was chanting. No screaming, as they also heard.
Is it safe to go that way?
As far as I got, there was nothing. Corridors, empty room.
My gosh, if I wasn't a firebender, but an earthbender, I would have closed this off so they couldn't follow.
Well.
But I'm a firebender.
Either way, let's proceed cautiously. Rather avoid engaging combat until we know what we're dealing with. We'll go north.
Okay, please head in the direction of your intention.
Yeah,
Is
I
Sarah
help with
helping?
the wheelchair.
Okay.
Which direction more or less was it?
I think what the best thing to do is follow Talos.
There was nothing in this room that I could see.
Did you open that door?
He couldn't.
As a fly, no.
That's what I locked the door. I locked all the doors because he couldn't open them.
Anything
It was
interesting in here?
very fun.
Okay, so in this room, Agun, where are you? Are you following as well? Sorry, just like to.
Yep.
Okay.
Did they go this way? or
No,
did they go-
whoa! I'm putting you back there. My God, north.
We
went here.
Got your...
Ooh, boy. Yo, you're gonna get yourself killed, my friend.
Nice.
Okay, so this room here seems to be like a kind of a seating area, and on the table, right to the right, you can see that there's kind of a scroll and a couple of gold coins that are just scattered around there. Opening this door, you see that there are about 3 chests of drawers in that room.
I would like to inspect if these drawers are... You know what? Lysander will not yet. We'll come back for this.
Did you say there was gold on the table?
Correct. Gold coins.
I will take what's on the table.
All of the paper as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Please, the
Yoink.
paper, as you take the paper, right? You notice that it seems to have a it seems to be a map of some sort. And do you look a little bit more closely at it, or do you just take it?
I just glance over it, but it's like take evidence.
He's being
Take
sneaky.
something with you.
Being sneaky, sneak thief.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so you take it, right? Please add one map, just unknown map to your inventory, not Val Pyramid, please. And add, let's see here,
7,000 gold!
30 coins to your inventory.
How many?
30.
30.
30, yes.
That's like a few 100% more than what I had.
So,
I had 2, so that's quite a nice increase in gold.
yeah. So please add 30 coins to your inventory.
Nice.
Okay, and
The
while
loot
that's
goblin begins.
happening, Argun, nearly killing yourself. Not, but what are you doing in this room? Is there
I'm just
anything?
looking around for any ritual or something with significance or any symbols I recognize from studies with everything that is divine.
Mhm. Okay,
Oh.
please roll me just a wisdom check here. Well, discern realities is fine. Oh, geez, dude, please ask me one. Like again, choose.
Jesus Christ,
Dude,
man.
what is that?
6-6, dude. Let's fucking go.
Argon's
Max
so
roll.
knowledgeable. He's really wants to know about his gods, guys. Like, jeez.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a little bit of information, right? The chanting seems to get louder and louder and louder, and the screaming in this room seems to get louder by this wall, over here, right?
Okay.
That's the information that I'm going to give you. In addition to, you may ask me one custom question that you need to ask me, or that you would like to ask me, or 3 from the list, although I kind of gave you a little bit of information to begin with, so yeah.
Guys, what do you think? Should I try and translate what they're saying, or should I ask
Ooh.
the normal questions?
I don't know. Translating what they're saying could be cool.
I think that's gonna be the most informative because we kind of need to go there anyway. I don't think there's gonna be much in this room.
Yeah. I'm going to go next to the wall and try and listen to the chant, and try and translate they're saying, or see if I understand what they're saying,
And
what they're chanting. I assume they're speaking the human language.
not really. Actually, your assumptions are actually, to your surprise, quite incorrect. They're chanting in the common tongue, right?
Oh shit.
But they seem to be chanting something along the lines of sacrifice. Please accept this sacrifice in order to create the perfect being, the perfect form. We offer these beings to you, right? Please grant us perfection. Perfection. Perfection.
Oh my gosh, the way you're saying
Perfection.
perfection, I'm hearing that stupid like
This is the
Song.
path of my
no till I can get my satisfaction.
Satisfaction.
That's-
Please, and then just get my perfection. Please, my
Exactly.
perfection.
This is
And my
the same thing.
perfection.
Okay.
Cool. Please share that with us, Argus.
Sorry.
Okay.
Do you relay this information?
I do relay this information.
The temptation I have to try and fire blast that wall open is growing.
We need to move then. This can wait. We'll come back. Let's go. Squeak. 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 Squeak.
Just asking for a friend. Are we gonna kill the thing?
If we have to.
Tell us go this way.
Argun, move character, please. If you are moving, of course.
Does it look like this door can open?
Whatever you see on your screen is intended.
It's probably up here, by the way. Like,
Cool.
I'm pretty sure
I'm
they're
worried
up here.
someone's gonna come from here.
Where did you guys go? He suddenly disappeared on this. Okay.
Sierra's going to try and bend the flames to weld these hinges so that one can't easily open it.
Okay.
We really are the Ocean's 11 group.
We really are. So I'm just gonna try and so I mentioned it Zuko style, just to try and make sure it doesn't open, or we'll delay anyone if they come. Ooh!
Okay. Perfect. I'm gonna lock that door so no one can open it.
Cool. Sierra's going to see this door and gonna do the same.
Yeah. This
Can I
is
keep-
where Argon's thing we're pointing that we didn't know, but yeah.
My question is, can I keep that same roll, or do I have to roll again?
Roll again, please.
Cool. Cool.
All
That's fair. That's fair.
sure,
That's
sure.
fair.
Okay, so this one here, right?
And that's where all the
You'll-
prisoners are.
you'll notice that this particular door here, while you're like busy trying to weld it together, is not gonna hold for very long.
She's just
Your
gonna
enchantment is gonna wear off very quickly.
she's gonna bolts like, well, that's temporary for now. Let's go.
And as you get closer and closer, the screams get louder and louder and louder.
Yo,
Before we
thought we
go
was
in, I want to cast a spell. Actually, never mind. I don't have it prepared. Never mind. Continue. Ignore what I said.
And
Well, it's
louder.
locked.
And
Are you
as you
still
come to
invisible?
the door, try as you might to pry it open, you find that you are unable to with your current strength, maybe.
I have a question for you. Is it a wooden door?
It is a stone door.
Shit.
I'd like
Stone
to
mount.
discern realities to see if there's like maybe a hidden switch behind these statues or something like that.
Sure, please roll discern realities for me.
I mean, my entire body's ready to try and melt a door, but it's not made of wood.
Melting
Sad
stone.
face.
Okay.
What is
So-
not what it appears to be.
So, looking at the two statues, yes, they do seem very much out of place, but looking at them, there doesn't seem to be a hidden switch or anything like that. But then something kind of like triggers in your mind. One of the
I just
statues.
get angry all of a sudden. I'm triggered.
one of the statues just seems to have it seems to be holding a bowl of some sort.
Looks like
And as you're busy inspecting, the screams get softer and softer and softer.
okay. I'm gonna ask the two other questions. What's about to happen here?
Okay. And what you actually feel, there's something that you feel from your experience with working with magic and alchemy at the same time, right? Is that something big's going down here in the form of an alchemical ritual that's taking place. And it is very much on the cusp of completion. In fact, it is just about to be completed.
Well,
And the screams die down.
I mean, I'm ready to burst into things. I just can't get in.
yeah, this is all happening in like questioning, right? Like, I still need to ask my third question.
Mm-hmm.
What should I be on the lookout for? Aside from the bowl.
And what you notice on the floor is that there seems to be a blood trail going towards the door.
Alright, everyone, they're about to complete whatever ritual they're doing, and I don't know if we have time to stop it. We need some sort of counterweight on those statues. And if someone's willing to sit on it and see if that works.
Sierra will totally do that. Just point you in the right direction. She's like, I don't want to waste time. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, so there's a statue with a bowl. I'm pointing you to the one with no bowl.
She's gonna literally sit on the statue where the bowl should be. Hopefully this doesn't kill me, she says quietly.
Okay.
That'd be really awkward.
And as you sit, right, on the bowl, you just hear a very faint
Wah! Okay, we need to go. Now.
You're still invisible, right?
Yes.
So I help you up to the door so you can push you in.
Zoop.
Okay, and the scene that is unfolding before you is you see in the room, just gonna do this quickly.
There's a lot of torches, but very little light.
How's that?
Oh, that's much better.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a much bigger room than I was expecting.
Okay,
A
so
lot more enemies though.
as you there's around 6 pedestals scattered around the room with fire braziers on the pillars itself. You notice that there are 6 humanoid entities on each pillar, and to the north, or not to the right hand side, far end of the actual room, you see 3 statues, and in front of the statues 3, what are they? You don't really know, but they are extremely grotesque in some way or form.
Show token art. Show token art.
I will show token art. Give me one moment.
Bloody trees. I
They
guess.
look like fleshy fairies.
And
Blood fairies.
they
Not
have
very.
this kind of blood trail, right? That extends to the statue that is behind them. Right? And at that moment, right, the screams, like while you were going on, the screams slowly started dying down as you were approaching the temple, and as you enter, the last bit of screams just dissipate from the entire room, as the words that you hear are, "We give ourselves as sacrifice."
I mean, I totally burst in, but I have no idea if I'm going to lift my butt off here and the door's going to close. Would tell us to know, like, are we going to rush in or are we going to, like, leave it?
Yeah, rush in. So, question, I suppose, Khalid, in that moment, right?
Mhm.
When they're saying sacrifice, they're all on some like altar pillar thing, right?
Correct, yes.
I'm gonna launch a magic missile to the guy to the left, hopefully knock him away from his altar to see what happens. Hopefully disrupt the ritual.
Okay, sure. Please roll cast a spell for me.
Cool. Sierra
And if
totally wants to go
someone
in.
shoves me into the circle here and let's see what happens.
You can go in, Alicia.
Cool. I was asking, does the door close?
No, the door does not close when you step off.
Seeing sorry, I just want to clarify. There are the people here are chanting on the side, and then it's the blood fairies and the dying down of sounds, correct?
Correct, yes.
And whoever Lysander is chucking magic missiles at, Sierra is totally going to bend flames around herself and fire at the same person.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Talos and Argun. So you're gonna maximize. Am I right?
It's got there.
Are you maximizing Lysander?
Yes, I'm going to the spell's effects are maximized, and I'm gonna draw unwelcome attention to myself, and I'm firing it at the closest dude.
The closest dude.
Boom, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'll join in with that.
And I'll let me try and cast a spell as well.
Cast a spell.
Can I go? Should I use the flask now
Oh baby, oh baby.
that you gave
So-
us for escape?
Very much up to you. Let's see what happens first, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to hold person. Once again, empowered.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna cast it on 2 other people.
2 other people. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the consequence I'll choose is draw unwelcome attention.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and tell us one action.
But you cast. Do you actually draw unwelcome attention when you succeed on a 12?
No, yeah, you don't. Wait, why are you drawing on welcome attention?
He's
This is
maximizing.
empowering it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
so
you're
it's like me.
empowering it. Okay,
Ah.
fine.
He's
Okay.
doubling targets where I'm maximizing damage.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so let me get this straight here, right? Lysander and Sierra targeting this individual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna right. Argun, who are you targeting? Please mark your targets.
How do I ping again?
Press and hold.
By the way, is this fire? Like in braziers in front of them.
Yes, correct. There are braziers in front.
So she's not going to bend her own fire from her whip. She's going to bend the fire from the braziers itself.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
The nice thing is it causes them to die out, so it's having fun, like putting out their braziers as well.
Okay, so as you do that, right? What action? Tell us before I go on.
I'll put the flask that Lysander gave me
Mhm.
on his lap, and I want to shapeshift into the wolf form.
Okay, so you're shapeshifting as your move, right? And
Yeah.
link the flask for me.
Are you putting the flask in my lap, did you say?
Yeah, because you needed to pour on someone, right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay, so
So it's just a strange flask from Lysander. That's all it says. So I don't know what it
Never
is.
told him what it was.
Oh,
You
Lysander
know
didn't
what it
tell you. Okay, yeah. Okay.
I'm just removing it from my inventory.
Okay, so, alright. Here's what actually happens. Lysander and Sierra, please roll damage for me.
So if a spell effect's maximized, don't I just do max damage?
Oh yes, you do max damage. Okay, so you don't have to roll max damage. Sierra,
Damage die.
are you? Okay, that's 4 damage. Okay,
I mean, I just assume that's my damage. Who knows?
And in my case, it is magic missile, which does
the 2d4, I think.
2d4.
So
Yeah,
that's
so
4
8
plus
damage.
8 damage. Okay, and yeah, so your magic missiles pelt this particular this cultist over here, and Sierra, the flames of the brazier just engulf him in flames as he screams in agony. Argun, you step in and you hold your two targets here. However, it is not that you are too late, right? Your spell goes off. It works, 100% works. But at that moment, they are no longer even in control of themselves.
Oh shit.
And what happens is a trail of blood flows through the 3 bowls in the right hand side of the room as this kind of blood clot appears in a circle on each and every single one of the bowls, right? And engulfs all 3 of these like entities as you just hear a scream in pain as all the cultists, this cultist very much dies, right? And blood does not flow from him, right? From his altar, right?
Not the
He is
perfect
dead.
sacrifice.
But
I
the
mean, he set
rest
him on
of
fire.
them,
How much blood does he have left?
but the rest of them, the blood collects and collects and collects and like engulfs the right hand side of the room. And what you see as this kind of blood cocoon dissipates is the following.
Oh, it's weirdly kind of hauntingly pretty as well as disgusting.
and you just
Does it eat
hear.
with its face or its knee?
Or its stomach. I think it eats with its stomach.
Or its hands?
I think
And
the
you
stomach.
just hear this blood like curling screech, right, of nearly, it seems, an amalgamation of people. It's not just like, you're not just hearing one scream, it's as if you're hearing a collection of it, right, as all the people who drew unwanted attention to themselves. This thing is angry, right? And you can sense, right, that there is nothing left in its mind. Absolutely nothing, right? But rage, anger, and the need to kill and destroy everything in its path as it charges directly at you, Lysander.
All right. Sorry, I started moving Sierra. Sierra is not even going to wait for this thing. Like, she's definitely going to start bending all the fire from the different braziers to focus onto this thing and try and move away from the others when she gets the opportunity to do so.
Okay, sure. That's fine. You can move. But
I want to shapeshift then. And look at Lysander like,
Yep, this is
Gonna
the
use the
time.
blast?
So as he shapeshifts, I look at him and say, "Go big or go home, buddy." And I wait for you to shapeshift, and then I'll pour it on you.
And I'll try and hold her.
okay,
that's a 3 hold.
What are you turning into, by the way?
The Crystal Wolf,
Crystal
because
Wolf.
that's the best attacking.
Ooh.
Okay, then like I said, I uncork the vial and then I pour it on him.
Please
and he needs
please link me the potion again.
What stupid thing is gonna happen?
The stupid thing. Why would you say it's a stupid? I have to. I hit it specific, so I need to just go into the book and Khalid, give me a sec.
Sure, that's fine.
I also
Chanting.
gain. I also gain like a D8 instead of a D6 as a damage die for this wolf form, so that's nice.
There you go, Khalid.
Okay, let's see. The Q's potion is effective.
Ooh,
Okay, cool.
this thing might be magical.
Oil of Taggart.
Okay, so yeah, while that's happening, Argun, you see this, like, whatever this is, charging straight at Lysander. What do you do?
I want to cast a spell and attempt to hold it.
Okay,
Fucking hell.
okay.
Oh, fucking hell. I will empower and maximize.
Empower maximize. Okay, so as it charges for Lysander, all of a sudden it stops just before, right, it reaches him, right? But, right, you feel that your spell is waning by the second, almost as if it's gonna break very, 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 very quickly. All of you have a moment to react. Sierra, you've gotten into a fairly favorable position right now. What do you do?
So I want to summon the flames from each of these braziers to start focusing on it.
Okay,
Man, I could do something else. Okay, Sierra considers doing that, but yeah, that was my original action anyway before we started holding it. So I'm gonna conclude that and I'll do something else in a moment.
sure. Lysander, what you see before you is the creature. Like as you're uncorking the vial, you pour it onto, or you throw it onto Talos, however you did it, and you see the creature just stop just for a moment, right? But you do feel like, again, it's like it's very slowly moving still towards you.
Yeah, as it's in, it's just kind of like that. Fascinating. Time to get out of here.
Okay.
I like the abomination saying yes.
Say.
Taking that opportunity, Lysander is going to move
Okay.
behind
So-
the pillar.
Behind a pillar. So
Does it look like it takes damage, by the way? I just want to check. Like, do we get the vibe that this is something that we could fight, is what I mean?
So as it takes damage, as the fires of, I'm assuming you use the fires of the brazier, right?
Mhm.
So as the fires of the brazier hit it, you do like see it screech in pain, but that also breaks Argun's hold immediately on it as it turns straight to you and charges for you before
Yeah.
anyone can actually react. However, I think no, actually, Talos, you can react because you're in.
Yeah,
wolf form.
I was about to say I want to
Double
be
side.
prepared to just strike at it and just try to bite it down, hold it down, and just do as much damage as I can.
Okay,
Kind of
okay, sure. Please, move in melee range of
Play.
it and roll hack and slash.
Technically he was, right? Because if he's double his size, he's 4 squares.
It's still melee range. One square is big.
So, I have another card called Berserker. So, it makes me roll my damage twice. Can I use that?
Yeah, you can use that. Well, it depends. It depends
If
on
I
your
hit.
success.
Yeah. So if I hit, I can use that. Or do I have to spend it before?
Link it to me again. Sorry.
It's a card I have.
Oh, that's the card. So I would recommend when you use this card, right? This is the card that
Yeah.
I personally created. When you use this card, use it only on success.
Oh
So
yeah, but I
remember-
can use it on a success,
Yes,
not
yes,
have to say it
100%.
before.
Yeah, you don't have to say it before your success roll. No.
And then also, if I roll really high, do I get it twice because of the wolf form?
You don't get the card twice, so you expend the card on
No,
others.
but the wolf form damaged twice.
You get your original damage on your second attack.
Well, let's go. Hack and slash, right?
So you're basically getting three attacks.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If I roll, let's just go with this.
Yeah, let's go with
Hack
it.
and
I'll,
slash.
I'll explain. Yeah, hack and slash.
Right.
Ooh, nice. And you get like the enemy just seems fixated on Sierra right now,
Yeah.
and
You
you
could-
manage to actually like get an attack off it.
You can deal extra damage too at your option. If you expose, you can do an extra 1d6.
But that would not that would be disadvantageous for his wolf.
Okay. But I will use Berserk on this one, so I roll damage twice.
Roll damage twice for me.
So I remove the card, and then roll damage.
Nice. Nice.
That's a few damages.
And you attack twice, right?
Yeah.
I do?
Well,
On a
wasn't that what you
12,
were saying?
isn't it on a what you call it? Your wolf form.
On a 12, I
On a
get
12.
to roll double damage.
Yeah.
I rolled an 11.
Ah.
Just yeah. Just
That's
off.
why I used Berserker on the second one.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 6 plus 7. Just let me math.
13.
So that's oh geez, no, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, and you see this thing is like now it's very much writhing in agony, but it still manages to, through its like sheer willpower of rage, get an attack off on you, Sierra. How do you defend?
So I can't necessarily defy danger with stealth, even though I have a card. I have a card that says use distraction. So I'm tempted to use that to like use the fire almost as a smoke screen to dodge out the way. But I don't know if the gem will let me do that.
No.
It's fine. She's just going to. How do you? I don't think I can defy dangers with Constitution. You can. Is that bracing yourself?
Yeah, you would say just like bracing yourself, withstanding the blow.
So I
pretty
think
much.
she's gonna bring up the whip around her arms, and she's gonna stand there ready for this.
What I would argue, Alicia, is for your particular character is you bring your wings, right, into like a shield form, almost like vampires in World of Warcraft do. They
Oh, that
clip
makes
in the walls.
total. Actually, I forgot I had wings for a second. Because I can't fly, so me, the
Yeah.
player character, like the player forgets. Yeah, no, I think that's 100% true. So I'm gonna try defy danger.
in Constitution. Okay.
Aid or interfere is not something you can do now, right?
Okay.
Not at the moment. No. Okay. So while the while you actually it actually manages to slice through the fire, but obviously your wings being like fire, it doesn't really affect you that much, even though they're part of your person. It just so happens that the fire just like dissipates from your wings. However, what ends up happening, right, is in the far end of the room, right, you notice that there's another kind of blood trail, and the room itself starts filling up with blood, and this door that you entered from immediately closes on
What?
you.
Where's the blood trail coming from?
The blood trail is coming from the far right of the room.
Okay.
Right.
Do I have
And the
time
room is-
in realities here to figure out what the hell, like with the knowledge that I have around alchemical stuff like that, to figure out what's going on?
Sure. But Argun needs to go first.
Yeah, I'm just saying, can I do that?
Yeah, you can very
Right.
much do that next.
But one better.
I want to defend.
Okay. So roll. Okay, sure. Roll defend for me. Okay, and what are you defending? Person,
I'm
location,
defending
or item?
I'm defending Sierra from
Okay.
that beast.
Okay, sure. That's fine. Please take one hold, add one hold to your characters. Remember you have one. And you can spend that hold every time Sierra is attacked.
Okay.
Okay, Lysander. You notice that the room is like very much filling up with blood at a very rapid pace coming from the right hand side of the room.
Yes. So Lysander is going to move a little bit and then cast a spell just so he's out of the way. And I'm gonna cast Contact Spirits.
Contact spirits. Okay.
And I specifically want to pull one of the cultists that were in this room, so because it is bound to answer a question to the best of its ability.
Mm-hmm.
A cast.
Okay. Yeah, cast for me.
Cool. I just want to check something. If I maximize this and double its targets, can I ask 2 questions?
Yes.
Okay. So, what Lysander is going to do is... Where is the cast spell, this thing? The spell disturbs the fabric of reality as it's cast, taking -1 ongoing. I think that makes the most sense.
Yes. Okay, sure. Take
Okay.
-1 ongoing.
Yep. And so he's gonna summon one of those cultists.
What's your first question that you will ask?
How do I stop the flooding?
Kill that.
Can I ask the GM a question?
Yes.
I have evaporated a lake before.
Oh no, we'll die from the fumes. That's the stinking.
I just want to confirm that there's Alicia's train of thought, but that's not what she's gonna do. Lysander is gonna whip out a whip. No, Sierra's gonna take her whip.
Question though before you go.
Uh-huh.
So to the spirit, the last thing I ask is how do we kill it?
How else would you kill anything? Destroy, mutilate. Whatever floats your boat, I suppose. But you might want to be very careful though. It's not yet completed.
Oh, probably don't die.
Okay, so as the spirit dissipates, I kind of peek around the corner and be like, I'm gonna need to continue summoning the spirits to figure out what's going on here. If we don't kill it fast enough, this room is gonna flood.
I know how to solve that. Anyway, whips out whip.
Second problem, Sarah. It's not its final form.
Not even in my final form. Okay, sorry. Sierra's gonna yell, "You do you!" And can I? So because a whip is a whip, it's a whip is a whip, but it also has the dangerous tag. Can I, in my hack and slash, try to actually get the whip around to ensnare it, and then use the dangerous to do the damage?
I would say the dangerous will do environmental damage, right? It won't do your damage.
I'm totally down with that. I want to see if I can restrain it in some way. So I imagine that's hack and slash. Just need to confirm what I attack with again. I haven't done an attack in a while. I think I remember saying I use wisdom to attack with it, right?
With your yeah,
Oh man, I vaguely remember it.
Yeah.
Well, whether it's wisdom or constitution doesn't matter. They're both +2.
But
So I'm just gonna
because
use. Woo! Thank goodness. I'm +2.
Okay, and as you like wrap your whip around, please roll me. What's your damage dice at the moment?
D8.
D8. Roll me
Okay.
1d4.
I mean, I'm really focusing on trying to inhibit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sure enough, you manage to ensnare it. But what it actually does is it doesn't even care, right? About like any of that, right? As it grabs the whip that is ensnaring it and actually pulls you closer towards it, right? And slashes you across your, I would say, upper body, right? Please take 6 damage, 2 of it piercing.
Cool. I don't have lit armor. I am
Okay,
just me.
so it's 6
I
damage.
just need to double check one thing. I have that really weird faith. LOL. Sorry, I have to read this. No, actually, I'm gonna link it to you guys. Have fun at my really weird being a Fae and Malaysia.
And the damage is odd.
I can remove points of damage.
The
But the
damage
damage
was
is
even.
not odd. No, I find it very funny. Cool.
Okay, and what you actually also notice, Alicia, is that the hit, right, actually drew like quite a bit of blood from whether it be fey blood or whatever. This perhaps is maybe the first time that you've actually experienced your own blood being drawn. And to the rest of you that are close, something very strange happens. The blood doesn't fall to the floor, right? It hovers in the air and gets absorbed by this whatever thing is.
Oh, we gotta stop the blood, Lysander says out loud.
It's probably healing.
I mean, I'm just gonna keep trying to set this shit on fire.
Please
My
do.
mind blood evaporates.
Okay, and as your
Did you
move
say it's
ends,
semi-ensnared for like, was it reasonably successful? in
yeah,
ensnaring?
I would say let's just get the right one. Restraint. There we go. Okay, and as you ensnare it, Lysander, what you'll actually see here as you're moving towards the next spirit, right, is the blood like just gushing now down the stairs, ever so slowly.
Alicia raises her hand. Was sorry to interrupt. Wasn't Argun technically defending? Hack and slash is it hurting me? So would
is
he be
true.
able to
I
use
forgot
his
about-
defend?
I forgot
Yep.
about Argun's defend. My bad.
So my question is, if he chooses to half the damage, could I technically use my fire on the 3 points instead?
Yes, technically.
I will half the damage and consume the hold.
Okay, so
Cool.
yeah, you consume your hold.
I totally want to see if I can manage to take. I take 2 damage.
Okay, so you take
Instead
2
of
damage.
6.
I just need to do something quickly. In the interest of fairness, so this is there we go. Okay,
That's so
but
funny.
yeah, you still see blood being drawn from your character, right? Going into, so everything else remains the same. It's just the damage is like less.
Can I ask another question? How does Argun assist in this? I'm just so curious.
Argun, how do you assist on this?
I'll probably so what I do is I'll probably make a flash of light sort of in front of it, distract it, or just shove it. I don't know how to stop a giant monster with many hands. I mean, I don't think I can cast a spell for a second, can I?
Nah, so basically it's more of a what weapons do you use?
A staff.
A staff. So what I would argue is that your the way that you actually defend is by moving
Bonk! Go to horny jail.
in the line of sight, into like not so much line of sight, but moving a little bit closer to Sierra, and as the attack is about to go off, you actually block with your staff. It still hits her, right? But because you're next to her, she does like this swiping motion, and hits like your staff as well in the process.
You see, Sierra gives us like a nod of acknowledgement, and she like pulls on the whip.
And as you're doing that, this thing lets out this loud screech that permeates through your entire ears. Everyone who's close, please roll me a intelligence.
No, that's horrible.
No!
Sierra is not bright.
Experience time!
Oh, I am bright enough to partially succeed though.
Oh dear.
Sweet.
Complications. Let's go.
Complications, yes. Please mark experience, Talos and Argun, right?
Yeah.
You are now riddled with fear, like absolute fear grips your very being, right? You
But he is
cannot.
stunned.
Yeah, you cannot. You cannot actually take any action, right?
Sorry,
What?
I realize I can do something for that.
Right. So you cannot take any action at this point, as it tries to actually get. I mean, your partial success, Sierra, unfortunately, breaks the restraint on
I'm down for that.
on this being, right? As it lets out this like loud screech, it moves away from you.
You could even argue like she's trying to protect her ears and loses a hold on the whip. Could I do this ridiculous thing called the Enkindler, when you bolster the courage of others and you roll in charisma and they can shake off their fear and doubt and become brave in an instant?
Go ahead.
Sweet! Please do not fail me now, dice. Alright, so Sierra, after like gripping to her head, just shakes it off and she says, I or my friends will not die to you, creature, and twirls on her wings further and tries to use Enkindler. Please don't roll badly. Yes! Sorry.
Okay, and very much bolstering the courage, as Argun and Telos are gripped with the fear of this creature. Your words of comfort actually embolden them, and Argun and Telos, you are no longer feared. However, you did miss your action due to that particular fear. Lysander, the blood is now very much close to this particular entity, and he's about to reach it.
Hang on, I need to clarify. Is this room flooding, or is it just a stream of blood that's running through the thing?
It's a stream that's flowing extremely fast down.
Okay, but it's not an endless stream, by the sounds of it.
It hasn't stopped yet. Let's just put it that way.
Thinking of doing something really stupid. Okay, a few questions. If I look up, is there a light above that area? Like a chandelier or a brazier?
No, the only light sources that you see are the braziers on the sides.
How wide is the stream?
I'll draw it for you. Can you see that?
Okay. And it's just rushing in a straight line. It's not like homing or anything, right?
No, it's not. It's not homing in any way whatsoever.
Yeah, this is probably the most dumb thing they've ever suggested I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So, Lysander is gonna wheel his wheelchair in front of it because it happens to be an object, specifically in the middle, and hopefully get it to divert left and right around as much as he can.
As much as he can. Okay, sure.
Because he's not going to be doing any rammies into that thing. That's for sure.
Move into the place where you would like to do this.
So how far is the river? Because right now it's there.
How far is
The river, because right now it's there.
Yes, right now it's there. Exactly where I've drawn.
Well, there's no point in doing that, right? It's already there.
I'll just do that. Wait, why did it? Yeah, there. So,
Yeah, so
follow the black line.
Lysander's not gonna get there in time, right? Like, you would know that.
Okay, sure.
No, I'm asking you. Like, would he know that he can't get
He
there
would.
in
He
time?
would. He would definitely know that it's about to reach.
Okay. Well then, he's gonna rather summon spirits because he can't really do anything about the situation. He's gonna cast that again. Different
Okay.
ritualists, same people in the room though.
Okay, sure. Cast for me. Okay, are you empowering me?
Guys, if I die, I'm doing it for you. No, I can't empower it. It's -1,
Oh, it's
right?
minus
I'm
one.
on 9.
Yes, yeah, so you're on 9.
Which means I still have to say, pick this. Okay, I'm gonna forget the spell after this.
Okay, sure. Forget the spell. Ask one question from the spirit, from the other spirit. I'm assuming it's another spirit.
Yeah, another spirit. How do we weaken its second form?
The blood. Just destroy the blood.
Okay, well in that case, as he talks and the blood is supposedly reaching, he's gonna shout, Sarah, burn the blood, quickly!
She's not gonna even hesitate.
And tell us drink it or something.
Can Sierra follow the instructions?
Can she indeed? You're gonna have to roll really well for this.
Well, she's gonna start it. Even if she has to keep focusing turn after turn, burning it, she will.
Can Argon support with like guidance? No, guidance doesn't do that in this game. Never mind. It's not D&D.
Okay. And while Sierra moves towards the
I'll just try to whole person to that.
Ooh!
Oh, that monster again.
oh, that's nice.
Unless you want to tackle her out the way, Argon. Push
I
her.
mean, whole person is a good idea to keep her away from it. You're 100% correct.
Can I do something then?
Yeah, tell us. You can move actually.
Yeah,
Can I spell?
can I even get up to him? Is he close enough to move
You
up?
can. Yeah, you
Um,
can. You can
You're
very much get up to it.
Yeah, I want to do the same thing as before. Just move up and try and bite and drag him away. That's what I want to try and do. Just lock on and just try to drag him backwards
Okay.
away from the blood.
Okay, sure.
That might be a two-turn type thing, but the first one is move up and bite and just try to.
Sure. Yeah. So roll
Do
me.
damage.
Roll me
Technically, you
hack and
could
slash.
throw, right? Wouldn't throw work? Like I
Throw?
said, bite and drag, like bite and throw. Wouldn't that just be an action? It's literally twisting
Yeah,
the neck.
it's big. Okay. Well, then again, Talos is also
He's big.
Yeah. Roll me hack and slash. Talos.
Yeah.
Okay. So you managed to like get a grip on this like creature or entity as you're trying to like move it. In which direction do you want to move it, and how do
I
you?
tried
move
to
it?
drag it towards the door we came in. Just try to get it away from the blood. Just drag. You know, like when you're holding a dog playing with a toy, one end, like that.
Mhm.
You just drag it away.
Sure, and roll your damage for me. Okay, 5 damage. So like that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And that's what I will try and keep doing. Just get him away.
Okay, and Argun, you tried to cast a spell. Unfortunately, your deity does not hold any power here.
You
So,
have no power here.
so,
You have no
Unf-
power.
so
here.
yes, unfortunately, it doesn't reach. And yes, Talos, you successfully managed to drag it away and do like a little bit of damage at the same time.
Was my fire enough for burning away the blood?
Okay, let's do the fire thing. What did you roll for me?
11.
11. Okay. And I'm assuming that your fire, right? The way that you actually do it is you summon every single brazier of fire in addition to your own, right? In order to burn the blood away. And you manage to actually get the blood to slow down. However, the blood is still gushing forth from the altar to the right hand side.
You keep her busy. I'll go to the altar. Keep doing what you're doing, Sarah.
So keep setting the altar on fire.
Something like that. I'm gonna fucking have to crawl up these stairs, aren't I?
Okay.
Um,
And
yeah, she'll
before
just
you
keep doing that then.
Yeah. So as you move there, she screams and screeches out in agony and pain again. As what she does next is she tries to like kind of break free from your hold, Talos, and she tries to like just like punch, kick, and slash. How do you defend?
How do I defend?
Yeah, because your current.
I try to like. Ooh. Let's see. You can defend with different things, right? You can defend with con.
Yeah, you can defend with Constitution, but that's like using your own like body as.
Yeah. Since I don't want to let go of it, I'm just gonna like toughen up the muscles and just.
That seems
defend with
strength. That seems that you can either do strength or Constitution for that.
Yeah, I will do. They're probably must. They will do the same.
Yeah.
So defend then.
Yeah, justify danger on one of them. Oh, you're using defend.
Oh,
Nah,
was
just
it defy danger?
Yeah, just defy danger. Just gonna delete that quickly. Oh, there we go. And yeah, you managed to successfully defend and keep your hold on the creature itself.
Yep.
Right, and what you then notice to those of you on the right hand side of the room is that the blood keeps getting closer and closer and closer.
Oh, fire it is.
Before you do, Argun,
Yes, sir.
I'm just gonna use this marker as the indicator.
Lysander.
Not Lysander.
I mean, why not?
Lysander's itching to get up these stairs. He just doesn't know when. So just gonna wait.
Okay, Argun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What is your move?
I'll once again just keep trying to hold it. I'll go forward here and cast Hold Person.
Okay, cast spell for me.
A lot of mileage out of that hold the person.
Okay,
Choose
choose.
I am.
Choose one.
Draw unwelcome attention. I'll put myself in a spot.
Just let me check something. 1 second. I need to double check something. Where is your hold on your character sheet?
On the moves.
Under spells, right?
No moves. You see forward, ongoing, and hold.
What, your hold person? The spell. There we go.
Ah,
That's what I'm
that should be under spells,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, it's on spell. Thought you were talking about holds. But yeah.
Okay. Okay. Argun, please roll me
Yes.
a wisdom check while you're casting a spell. Your spell is successful, right?
Wisdom check. Oof.
Okay.
Close.
What you notice is that there's a reason why your hold person is not as effective as you would think, right? And perhaps the reason is because this is not only one person.
Oh my gosh, if you empower it, can you hold many people? Sorry.
Right. Lysander, you're up.
Alright, Lysander's gonna try and get to that alchemical circle.
Okay.
But there are stairs in the way. So can I make it up these stairs, or is it gonna be I have to crawl?
You left to these are stairs that will stop a wheelchair.
Right. So Sarah, For the first time, you see Lysander probably getting off his wheelchair and basically falling to his knees and start crawling up the stairs. So,
Oh, God.
I'm trying to
If-
get. Will I make it to the circle? Khalid?
Okay, so I would argue on your turn, you'll make it there.
Right. Yep.
And you are off your wheelchair, correct?
Yeah, wheelchair's left behind.
Okay.
That's really sad, just like you literally dragging yourself up the stairs, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And as that happens, the blood gets closer. Sierra. You see, so you
100%
see,
same mode, Nick.
so you see Lysander crawling up the stairs. 20 minutes, wait.
Okay.
You see Lysander crawling up the stairs. How do you proceed?
Well, I mean, I feel like all I really can do is keep the blood away.
Keep burning. Yep.
Okay, sure. Roll for Zuko Star.
Okay, I have no idea how many times we keep doing it. She's just gonna really just, as before she had her hands forward, she's just going to take a deep breath in and just push them forward again. Cool.
Okay. However, the problem with this one is that perhaps you used most of your power on the first blood dissipation. So yeah, you managed to push the blood away a little bit, right? But you don't get the same effect that you did the first time. Talos.
You're just gonna hear Sierra yell out, Ascenda, I don't know how long I can do this!
I'm working on it.
I'm gonna bite down, like get a better grip, like still holding it, but just biting down even more so I can do some damage and just drag it backwards even more. Just get away.
Sure. Roll hack and slash for me.
Because
Ooh,
ooh, that's
boy.
double damage. Eh. Eh.
So yeah, you manage to actually drag the entity back, and as you drag it back, much
My
like
form
before,
drops.
your form drops, and much like before, right? It lets out a blood-curdling scream. Talos and Argun, please roll me intelligence.
So, as out of interest, am I now an enlarged Fae? Biting down onto a creature?
That'd be so fucking funny.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Technically, right? 'Cause well, still works.
Yeah, the vial
Look
still
how
works.
rallied they are. They are so rallied. I
Okay,
rallied the shit out of my
Argun-
friends.
Argun, now this time here you are expecting, like you're not as fearful, perhaps due to Sierra as well, enkindling the fires in your heart or in your belief.
I don't know what I
Talos,
thought you were gonna say.
Talos, you on the other hand, you stumble for a little bit, right? And as your I would argue that even in your enlarged Fae form, you tried to still restrain this thing, but
Yeah, with my mouth.
but with the scream, unfortunately, it distracted you just for that tiny second, right? As this, whatever it is, right, just lets out another, like, not so much like fearful scream, but it's almost a sorrowful one, right? As it rushes and tries to get past you, almost in desperation more than anything, Sierra. What do you do?
can. Okay, so this is just. It's not a mechanic or anything I have. It's more like Sierra ad living. I have a living weapon of fire in my hand. Could I expend the last hold on my weapon of fire to empower my Zuko style?
Empower in what way?
Try and not just use the flames from around me, but also the flame from my weapon. So just, I don't know if it would be possible to just use it to get a, like, one forward or so, and I would like to just use it. Like, just expand its fire.
Sure. Okay. Fine.
Cool. This is just me asking for a friend.
Can I crawl to the ruin while she's doing that?
You can very much crawl a little closer. I would say you would get to the circle.
Okay, it's good enough.
Right.
I'll roll off Sarah.
Cool. So Sierra's just going to try and use Zuko style again, but this time, as she'll bring her whip up and like expand the fire away from it, and she's just going to hear this thing on its side, and she'll go, "I'm so sorry. I'm really just trying to help you," and she's going to try to cast Zuko style with that one forward by expanding the hold on the whip.
And you're casting Zuko style
on the fire to push it forward, on the blood, so that'd be
blood.
11, just to push it. She's just basically trying to evaporate as much as possible, and with that better roll, she's hoping to get far more of it away.
Okay.
On my side, while she's doing that, I want to try and, with my knowledge of alchemy, discern realities on this rune.
Sure.
See if I can figure out how the inner workings of this ritual is going. This is clearly magical, and it's still in effect.
Sure. Roll for me, discern
And
realities.
before I roll, I want to spend a card.
Expend your card.
Which is Moment of Clarity. So for a moment, you see clearly. When you discern realities, you get to ask the GM question from the list before I roll.
Okay, one question.
How do I stop the blood from spawning from this ritual?
From the list, by the way.
From the list. Oh. Okay. Fuck. Can I link the discern realities?
Yes, you can link discern realities.
Because I don't remember that off by heart.
Yeah, I won't take it as your roll.
Well, I mean,
You might as well just roll, right? If you are going to. Okay, so you get 2 questions, right?
yeah. Well, what should I be on the lookout for to disrupt this ritual?
So looking at the room around you, what you actually see is there's various bowls that the statues are holding that are filled with blood.
Okay. And I suppose the best one here is what here is not what it appears to be.
What you notice is that around the edges of the room, right, there are various things that are like scattered around, like bone parts, animal parts, like all manner of things that was perhaps used in this particular ritual, or maybe other rituals that have taken place here. But there seems to be too many for just this one ritual.
Right. And then kind of off the back of that, with that knowledge, can I cast a spell? Or would that be too much in one turn?
Too much in one turn. We will move to. Just let me see here. Argun.
So I'll climb up and like run toward Lysander. Don't know that distance. How much is my movement speed actually?
There's nothing like that in this game. Tell me what you want to do.
Can I shout to Argun as he's running
You
forward?
can very much shout, yes.
I kind of lean up and point to the balls and say, "There, that's the source of the blood. We need to get rid of it."
Okay, but before Argun, before you move, right? You're gonna be moving, right? You're gonna be trying to move with the entity. So logically here, the entity is also moving in that direction. Right. So the entity is also moving closer and closer to
While running,
the
I
altar.
will. I'll raise my hands and cast Hold Person again.
Okay.
Again and again and again and again. Sorry.
Please work this time, please. Cast a spell. Oh god.
Okay.
Hold Person.
Wait, how much on -1 ongoing did you have from the last one?
You don't get -1. I communed for the earlier one. I communed, which removes -1.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is, from your last caster spell, right? You rolled a 7.
drew unwanted attention.
Oh,
I drew unwanted attention, not
okay,
not
I see. Okay, fair enough.
And yeah, I'm going to try and hold it again.
Sure. What are you also drawing unwanted attention?
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna fucking get fed enough. I was like, okay, fuck this guy in particular.
Okay, so as you move closer, yes, it does end up like working, but now the thing is very much fixated on you and your character. Talos.
Yeah. Did I get feared or not? I was
You
just
didn't
interrupted for a
you
second.
didn't get feared, but you just got your hold broken by the entity and fell down. Just
Yeah, I would say I wouldn't miss a beat and just try to get after it and shapeshift into the wolf again. To
Sure.
just get back to it
Shapeshift for
and
me.
try. Yeah, and I will try to do the same again when I get the chance. So that's a 4.
4 hold, yeah. And you successfully transform, and because you're transforming into wolf, I would argue that you can choose the path, whether you go around Sierra or whatever, but you manage to nearly catch up to the wolf. I would say around there. So
Yeah. I just beeline towards it, just trying to catch it again.
okay, and let's see who's Sierra.
Have I pushed it far enough back that if I were to use a fire, it might, like, so is the blood? Sorry, I have to ask this. I feel like I misheard this. Is the blood coming from the bowls?
The
or
blood is coming from the center of the altar, but there is, according to Lysander, what Lysander has found out, there are blood in these bowls that the statues are holding.
Yeah, and they need to be destroyed.
So do I focus on keeping the blood back, or do I try and destroy some bowls?
Or set
Well,
a
how
creature
it's
on
been
fire.
moving, I mean, she's either going to make it to the blood next turn, or the blood's going to make it to her. So I think it's a all or nothing show right now, right?
So I feel like I should go for the bowls. Like that's my.
I think so too, but that's your call.
So I'm just gonna make it 2 steps forward because that feels dramatic. I'm going to, with the existing fire she's been burning with, she's going to arc it to the side, having heard him yell, destroy the bowls, and she's just going to blast it up towards the. Should I do this bowl? No. I think she's going to blast it to the back one because the other people are closer to those bowls.
Okay.
I think she's just going to try and summon any fire she has within her now. So she's just going to, any fire that's remaining, fire from her wings, and just kind of like pulling within herself and just blasting upwards to that bowl.
Okay, sure.
Please, fire, don't fail me now.
Roll for me. Oof.
Oh boy.
No, I think she's running out of steam, guys.
And unfortunately, that is exactly what's happening. You've used most of the energy and the passion that you've accumulated, right, doesn't seem to be enough to fuel the flames any longer, as your fire just seems to peter out as just before it reaches the altar, as
do I not get back?
you do, but okay, there we go. Sorry.
Cool.
It-
Because I want
as
to
it
magic
gets
missile one
closer.
of these the ball right above me.
Magic missile. Okay, sure. Cast a spell for me.
Hopefully, I can maximize it, guys. No, it's an 8.
Yeah, that's an 8.
Ooh.
I think
Okay.
me -1 is gonna start getting really difficult.
Yeah, but I'm also currently without my wheels, so if I draw unwanted attention, yeah.
It seems very preoccupied though with the blood.
What happens when it's done with the blood?
Wow.
We just get Argun to draw unwanted attention and see what it does.
You know what? I want. Let's take another minus ongoing. I think it's the best. I can't afford to lose this spell.
Okay. Okay, -1 ongoing.
Yep. So I'm now on -2 in total. And then I've got a roll. Was it 2d4?
Yes, 2d4. 2d4 damage, please. Ho ho! Okay. Nice. And what actually does happen is you manage to 100% successfully destroy the bowl that you are targeting, right? And something happens when you do. It doesn't 100% stop. The blood doesn't 100% stop, but it definitely slows down, right? And at that point, I'm just gonna do that and put one here. So now there's only 2 squares, right? And at that point, the creature manages to successfully get to the altar. And what actually happens is kind of this blood cocoon starts slowly swirling around it. Argun and Talos, your move.
Yeah, Lysander, get the balls!
You see Sierra just take a knee as she's trying to catch her breath. I actually think Sierra's wings have like completely dimmed out now and like her hair is out.
So
I'm going to rush at the bowls and are they like stuck in
They're very
the-
much firmly stuck in the hands, yes.
Hmm.
It's as if they're part of the statue, not like something that you put on it, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah. Okay, I'll get my staff and I'll swing it on the edge as hard as I can.
Sure, roll hack and slash for me.
It was a hack and slash, okay. If it was a strength task, I was gonna give you a card.
Fuck. That is not good.
So, try as you might, the fact that you're holding a wooden staff does not help your case in this situation, as you try and what you actually try and do is first like try and knock it out of place with your staff, but then even while you're trying to like use your staff as like leverage to get the bowl out perhaps of its socket of the hands, it doesn't end up budging. It's as if it's firmly stuck into the in the hands of this like statue. It doesn't like want to budge at all, as the blood cocoon slowly starts encompassing.
Do I get to attack?
Yeah, you do. But this is part of complications. So the blood slowly starts like swirling. It's almost engulfed this creature. Talos.
Yeah. So, what I want to do, I can reach it, right?
You can reach it.
I want to just muster up every strength and speed I have as the wolf and just charge straight into it and try to just knock it away into this bowl and destroy it. So it hits the bowl by knocking it out of the cocoon.
Sure.
Just charge it, like ram it, and just everything I have.
Sure. Roll hack and slash for me. Let's see how well you do.
Come on. 9.
Okay, that's partial. Okay. So, unfortunately, you don't manage to knock it back, right? But you do manage to do some damage to it, right? Please roll your damage for me. 5 damage. So close. As what ends up happening is the blood cocoon kind of forms a barrier around it, right? And there's like certain of this altar kind of like lights up in a red flame or fire, not flame, sorry, but a reddish like hue or color, as the blood then just disappears along with the entity with it. And that ends the combat.
Did I kill it? A confused wolf stands.
The blood is
left in
still
circle.
very much flowing from the altar, right? But you see no entity or anything in sight.
I'd still say we need to disrupt this as fast as we can. Let's get the rest of the bowls.
Sierra's gonna sort of like now running out of fuel. She's going to now use her burning brand to summon a new weapon, igniting her flames.
Yeah.
And in the interest of time, I'm gonna argue that you do it regardless, right?
I mean, I rolled for it.
So if I understand, you guys want to destroy the bowls, is that correct?
Yeah, I'll maul that one.
Okay.
Just
So
And I was gonna summon basically a flaming arrow and
And I'll
start
assist
shooting
with
at them.
that.
And yeah, as you destroy the bowl, right? You see that with each bowl that you actually destroy, right? The blood, like with one, it disappears, like, and there's very a low level of a low stream of blood, and as you destroy the next, the blood slowly kind of like just peters out. Still blood on the ground, but you successfully stopped whatever this thing was. However, at the back of your minds, you wonder what actually happened to this entity. What was it trying to do? Where is it gone? These questions, burning as they may be, we'll have to wait until the next session.
I'm pretty sure I killed it. Just in the last second.
Sierra is gonna help Lysander back to his chair.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sarah.
And she's just going to put a hand on his shoulder and say, I'm sorry, my flames are not infinite. And she kind of like puts him back there.
You have nothing to apologize for. I think we have a lot of trouble coming our way.
Even barbecued, that thing would have tasted really bad. I can tell you that.
Oh, she definitely chuckles at that.
We struggled
And I
against
spit a little bit. And I shapeshift back.
We struggled against the beast. I shudder. Might happen. It's a god. I do not think we are ready. That is just my own opinion. Perhaps. Could we get some time? A small break.
I think that's wise. We're in no position to continue fighting. Sarah, maybe you should call Arlon to come assist us.
Oh, she's 100% going to tell Arlon what they found.
Mhm.
I want to cast a spell on
Lyson, Sierra.
Sierra before she walks away, and
Yeah,
my hand on her cure light wounds.
that's fine.
Remember,
and yeah,
we still have
I
a
think
few enemies left.
Huh. In the interest of time, I think we're gonna just end the session there, guys. Just before we get like too carried away and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna end the session there. Thank you guys for joining tonight.
Thank you.
And yeah, before you go off, Wade, feedback, please.
Cool. So good amount of intrigue. I think interesting set of mechanics that you got. I think I enjoyed the session, but there's one thing I've realized I dislike, and it's not you, it's Dungeon World. I really don't like the initiative system. It gets super hella confusing, especially in an event like this where it moves in order of things happening are important.
Mm-hmm.
When it's fluid like that, it's hard to tell whose turn it is. And actually the result of that is I felt like I was stepping on people's toes, or I felt like I wasn't able to take an action when I could have.
Fair enough,
I
yeah.
know that Dungeon World is designed like that, but probably not a personal preference. I'll work with it, but it's something that bugs me.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Probably not the only person there. I will say this: Dungeon World, despite being a narrative style, what's it called? Roleplay, feels very constricting in matters of like ability. Like, holy shit! It is very constricting. I couldn't do anything except hold person.
What do you mean?
Like,
I'm just curious. For example,
in
sorry,
combat,
like
storytelling
huh.
wise, it's much better than D&D. But in combat, it feels, at least for me, right, so much more constricting because I today I discovered that I only had 3 spells, and I'm like, well, shit.
Well, yeah, sure, fair enough.
It's not time for me to add on to that.
But I just want to say that this has nothing to do with the story you guys have created. This is nothing to do with what you guys have been doing so far. This is merely the system on its own. However, the story you've created is absolutely phenomenal. I love it so much. I'm so interested. I'm so invested in finding more about the god, about those who, like everything else. I'm really interested. I just, for some reason, like I don't mean this in a bad way, but I think D&D would have been a much better system for the story you've crafted because it is impeccable. It is so good. I love it.
Don't
Can I just
say
add-
that, Kian, because you're not the only one. But it's
No,
like, it's too
sorry.
late
Can
to
I
swap
add
the
into
system.
the? Let me add into the Dungeon World. It's just that I totally hear you guys and I agree. But the things in combat you can do, hack and slash is meant to be interpretive. You don't have to see it as, oh, it's attack with my weapon. It's all of these things are meant to be just. If you say I want to pick up the stone and throw it at someone, it's considered volley. If you want to, it's not meant to be fixed. And I can tell you, as someone who appreciates both fixed systems and not fixed systems, it gives a space for things like, oh, can I use the fire from my weapon? And can I flavor my attack to be me summoning something or something along those lines? So I 100% agree. what you guys are saying is serious problems in translation into the system.
Hmm.
I myself find that players struggle a lot to work together with abilities. So what I've done in my Dungeon World system is I've gone with the initiative system that has cards, because that allows the players to decide to work together. So it's a lot more flexible initiative. So let me just give you an example of how the cards would work in the system. The boss would have a card, the player would have and each player would have a card. If your card is faced up, you have a turn left. The person who used their card last decides who goes next. And in that way of doing it, it still keeps the flexibility of Dungeon World, where technically you're able to jump into other people's actions. But I think the complete free-flowing concept is meant to break the idea of turns. It's meant to encourage people working together. And if you, the GMs, feel like people are not working together, taking different turns and getting involved, put in a type of initiative. There are a whole bunch of different ones, and see, do you like it or don't you? Anyway, sorry, that's my 2 cents worth.
It's
And if
actually
you,
a
the
good
player,
idea.
feel
I mean,
constricted,
No, it's
jump
a good idea.
into a different one as well. Like, it's about improvising things into it. But the thing is, when you come from a system like Numenera or a system like D&D,
D&D, yeah.
or even Mage, you are used to the system being so rigid that your improvisation comes from the rigidity. You don't even have a guide in it. I see what 100% what Kian's saying is like, I've got a stick, now what? But remember, things like discern realities is not actually you just asking the question, who's in control here? It's more that you tell the GM, I would like to figure out what is happening with this. And the GM says, roll discern realities. And those are examples of questions. So you can, instead of saying who's in control here, you can say, which one of these cultists looks like the leader? And that is asking the question, who here is in control? They're meant to be like a guide around it. It's not meant to be a fixed. But I think what Kian is saying is 100% true. The D&D system helps for people who are stuck in a D&D system. But just with having run Dungeon World for like 4 or 5 years now, it's the anything can count as a hack and slash, anything can count as a volley.
But that's not what I'm saying, though, right? What I'm saying is, narrative-wise, this system is insanely good.
Sorry, guys. I really don't mean to be rude, but I really need to drop off here.
It's totally fair.
Cheers,
Good
Ed.
night, Wade.
Cool. Thanks, guys. You've all been awesome. I'll be interested to hear where the conversation goes, but unfortunately, it's already midnight, and I'm
Totally fair.
fucking knackered.
Okay,
Good night. Sleep well.
Good night, guys.
guys. Sleep
Good
well.
night, Wade. Thanks for the RP.
The
Good night.
doggo says good night.
Woof.
But like,
She's
Lisa,
brought you a
100% agree
tissue.
with you from a narrative
Here.
side, but
Give me that.
it's the combat side that's like. I
So
find
so here's what I want to
Ah.
to mention as well, Kian, is for your character you don't really have to always be casting a spell, and that's what I wanna like stress here. You have other things that you can actually do. That's not cast a spell. Move in for an attack or throw something at like your enemy, right? You have 13 dexterity, for example, right? In terms of stats, throwing something at an enemy counts as a volley, which counts as you actually doing something. It doesn't have
Can
to
I-
be
sorry.
it doesn't have to be something along the lines of, oh, I only want to hold person and then I only want to hold person and I only want to hold person, right? It doesn't have to
mean,
be that way.
Can I give an example from my group? I don't mean to like be rude, because I was actually struggling myself like GMing system because it is so like different. Until we had a really really good combat last session, and I think players actually kind of enjoyed like having the flexibility, if that made sense. Like Ivor's character Rubedo tried to climb up some boxes and failed, and the boxes smashed on the floor, which then made someone else like have a minus, and then they slipped, and then Anarchy cut someone's dick off, which wouldn't technically
What?
count under rules. But I was just like, you know what, fuck it. Like, you rolled high, I'm gonna
When
let you
you
do
know
it.
what, fuck it, it's not going to happen anymore for the Dictus dude.
Exactly. Well, he's dead anyway. But yeah. Sorry. But like, I totally get what you mean. Sorry, that
No.
was like I don't. Why did I say that? I'm sorry. I was just.
No, not you're 100% right. I think it's just I do come from D&D, right? So I
Fair
am
enough, yeah.
is right in that regards. That I do struggle a bit. I think I'll just watch more podcasts. But like, so from my point of view, right? You guys 100% correct. I'm not negating any of what you said. But from my point of view, right? D&D gives me both rigidity and flexibility in explanation, right? From what I feel is this, it gives me volley, right? But volley is, in essence, take aim and shoot something, right? I could say I take aim and shoot a ballista, I shoot a cannon, I shoot a rock, but in essence, it's volley.
Yes, correct.
And hack and slash is in essence melee.
Yes.
Mhm.
And as a priest, I'm a spellcaster. I only get to cast 3 spells. It feels, while it's like narratively,
But also your
I
rogue
really do
system.
love the system. Like narratively, the system is much better than.
So you're
D&D.
saying. Sorry.
But what I feel is about combat, it feels like in essence 3 things, which also something D&D struggles with, right? In Fighter, for example,